Nurko and the Sox pay a visit to Cabrera and Detroit. White Sox, Tigers. Sunday 1 East, 10 West on WGN America.
It is a beautiful day for Cubs baseball here at Wrigley Field. An early start to the weekend for most Cub fans. And it's a Hyundai leadoff man on WGN Sports. The Cubs hosting the Florida Marlins, Game 2 of a 4-game weekend series. And hi again, everyone. I'm Len Casper. Welcome to the leadoff man. The Cubs got off to a good start last night as they began the second half, the first 8 innings. 2-0 Cubs going into the 9th with the closer Carlos Marmol on the mound, but he walked the bases loaded, had his worst outing of the year, gave up 5 earned runs. Florida would score a season-high 6 runs in that 9th inning and beat the Cubs 6-3. Edward Mujica in relief with his 7th win, and already 7 blown saves on the year for Carlos Marmol. Not sure if he'll get a save chance today, as his manager Mike Quade was undecided when he met with the media a couple of hours ago. Coming up next, Dave Van Horn, this year's Ford C. Frick Award recipient. But as we go to break, our Chicago and Northwest Hyundai dealers spotlight reminds us to check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata and the all-new Hyundai Elantra at myhyundai.com.
Boy, I'm glad we got Aflac, huh?
Aflac?
Oh, I've just got major medical.
Major medical.
But helps pay the doctors.
Pays the doctors, boy. Huh?
Oh, yeah? What about your family? We added Aflac, so we get cash. It's like our safety net. To help with the mortgage or whatever we need. So my family doesn't feel the pain, too.
Help protect your family at Aflac.com.
Our next generation of power comes with care. Discover the next generation of deodorant. New Dove Men Plus Care combines the power of 48-hour protection plus our caring 1/4 moisturizer technology. Introducing a deodorant that is tough on sweat, not on skin. New Dove Men Plus Care deodorant.
Carry on, you gazers, you grazers, you thieves, you spill-prone and thrill-prone and refusers to be fully grown. We get it. After all, Kenmore is in the lives of over 100 million Americans. That's why with 31 cubic feet, no fridge in America has more capacity. We put more in, so you get more out. Kenmore.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man, brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata and the all-new Elantra at myhyundaichicago.com. Welcome back to the Leadoff Man. Congratulations to our good friend Dave Van Horn, the 2011 Ford C. Frick Award winner, the highest honor for a baseball broadcaster, one of the most prepared, studious, and kindest people I've ever met in this business. And Dave, congratulations on your induction. It's going to be fun to be in Cooperstown next weekend. You've been doing this now for 43 years. You've called a lot of games and a lot of memorable moments. Does one in particular stand out?
Well, you know, it's a body of work that stands out, but there are some games, certainly the first game that the Montreal Expos played in 1969 against the New York Mets, because it was an historic game for Major League Baseball. For the first time in their history, they had expanded outside the continental bounds of the United States. And I was struck in that first game during the playing of two national anthems when I put the binoculars on the club box down at Shea Stadium and saw that the owner of the ball club, Charles Bronfman, and the mayor mayor of Montreal, Jean Drapeau, standing during the Canadian anthem, tears streaming down their face, and it dawned on me, an American, what an important moment this was for Canada and for baseball.
You've worked with a lot of wonderful partners, including 3 Hall of Fame players, Don Drysdale, Duke Snider, and Pee Wee Reese.
A great ride with Duke Snider for 15 years. I was only partners with Don for 1 year, but I learned a lifetime of information about pitching and some great stories from Don and Pee Wee, of course. So I've had that strong connection with the Dodgers.
And Wrigley Field, you've been coming here again since 1969, and I know it's always special for you.
Well, back in the day, we came here 3 times a year, played all-day games back when there were 2 divisions. It was a great time. I always loved coming to Chicago. Who doesn't? And love the competition between our club now, the Marlins and the Cubs.
And like I said, as prepared as any broadcaster in baseball today, it's a passion, isn't it?
Well, I think so. I guess there's a sign that comes when people start asking you, how long are you going to do this? I worry about that a little bit. I wonder if they're trying to deliver a message. But as long as I maintain an enthusiasm for the game, I'm going to continue to do this. I mean, it beats working for a living, as you know, Len. And I look forward to going to the ballpark every single day, look forward to every single game. I look down at that blank scorecard and wonder what it's going to look like about 3 hours from now.
We look forward to your wonderful speech. Enjoy Cooperstown. We hope you're doing this for a long time to come.
I'm excited about that, and I hope to stay around for a long time. Thanks, Len.
That's Dave Van Horn, the radio voice of the Florida Marlins. And time now for Bob's AutoZone Tip of the Day. Forget last night, new day today. Tip of the day brought to you by AutoZone for the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
The American Garage. The temple of the tune-up. The Taj Mahal of overhaul. More of them count on AutoZone parts than ever before. But parts are just part of what we do. Our trusted advice and helping hands approach is everywhere. So, whether it's his place, her place, or the pro's place, parts are just part of what we do.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Check this out.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Klondike presents 5 Seconds to Glory. Mark is listening to his wife.
I was over at Jim and Nancy's today. Do you remember them? We had dinner with them a couple weeks ago over at Jill's house.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
We're in the mood for amazing seafood tonight. Pan-seared just for us. Anybody? You know, sizzling shrimp and scallops.
Perfectly seared tilapia made to order. On an all-you-can-eat dinner buffet.
For around $10. Heads up.
Only Golden Corral would serve up endless made-to-order pan-seared seafood. It's incredible shrimp, tilapia, and scallops with your choice of amazing sauces. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10.
$10? Bam!
Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
Don't worry, Lucky. These Wheat Thins Crunch Sticks will save us.
Wheat Thins Crunch Sticks. Try our new flavors.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man, brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata and the all-new Elantra at myhyundaichicago.com. Welcome back to the ballpark as we preview the Marlins and the Cubs. Bob Brenly will join me in a couple of minutes, but let's take a quick look around baseball on this Friday afternoon. Milwaukee got pounded in Colorado last night. K-Rod was not needed. Remember, he was acquired from the Mets a couple of days ago. The Cardinals are in Cincinnati for a big weekend, but their home clubhouse in St. Louis is being reserved for U2 or Jiffy Lube or whatever Jack McKeon calls them. And Major League Baseball news, what's next for the Roger Clemens deal after the perjury trial was deemed a mistrial yesterday. We'll let the courts decide. Coming up next, it'll be Ryan Dempster for the Cubs, Ricky Nolasco for the Marlins. We'll have Cubs baseball from Wrigley next.
Another good thing about Geico is they've got, like, real live people working there 24/7. So, like, say you need to report a claim, right? A real person will be there to help you. Then you can use Geico.com to view photos of the damage, track your claim, print an estimate. You want an English muffin? They literally hand you a toasted muffin with butter and jam. Oh, it's tasty. That's a complete dramatisation, of course, but you get my point.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
When you come to eHarmony, I can promise you, we sincerely care about you. I've worked my entire life and counseled thousands of couples to figure out what makes great relationships. And we'll bring all that experience to look out for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of a site that really cares about helping you find a wonderful relationship. Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
Say hello to the new Mango Pineapple Real Fruit Smoothies from McCafe. Bursting with fresh flavors and blended with creamy low-fat yogurt. The simple joy of exotic refreshment.
Our next generation of power comes with care. Discover the next generation of deodorant. New Dove Men Plus Care combines the power of 48-hour protection plus our caring 1/4 moisturizer technology. Introducing a deodorant that is tough on sweat, not on skin. New Dove Men Plus Care deodorant.
Ted, tonight we're gonna go out. We're gonna meet some ladies. It's gonna be legendary. Phone 5.
Tonight, 9 East, 6 West.
The following is a sports presentation of WGN America.
We are live from the corner of Clark and Addison. Lots of sunshine, a slight breeze off the lake today as WGN Sports brings you Chicago Cubs baseball. Game 2 of a 4-game series between the Marlins and Cubs as we welcome Cub fans from all over the country watching on WGN America, America's home for baseball. And hi again, everyone. Alongside Bob Brenly, I'm Len Casper. A lot of good, some bad last night, and unfortunately, with a bad 9th inning, the Cubs lost 6-3. The starters, however, have been pretty good lately, particularly at home.
Yeah, their last 7 games here at home, they've done an outstanding job of, to use that cliche, keeping their team in the game, giving them a chance to win. They've only surrendered 1 home run in their last 7 starts. 6 games where they've allowed less than 2 earned runs. Unfortunately, the offense just has not been there to support them.
Yeah, 7 scoreless innings from Matt Garza last night, but Carlos Marmol blew the save in the 9th inning. We're not sure if he'll get a save chance today or not. Hopefully that opportunity arises. Ryan Dempster will pitch against his former team, trying to get over 500 for the first time this year.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if there's any lasting effect from that minor blow up in Pittsburgh during Ryan's last start. By the way, the last Cubs victory, he's done well against his former team in 5 career starts. Hopefully that will continue here today.
Ricky Nolasco, the 4th-round pick of the Cubs 10 years ago. He's only averaged 14 wins over the last 3 years, and he's in a very hot stretch.
Oh, yeah, 2 complete games in his last 3 starts. He's pitched very well in his last 4 consecutive starts. The breaking ball is the key for him. If he's getting it over early, he can be really tough.
Bob, talking with Mike Quaddy a couple of hours ago, he still had to discuss things with Mark Riggins and the Cubs pitching people, but would you like to get Marmol back out there today if you could?
Well, for me personally, Len, I think he's got some mechanical issues that he needs to iron out in the bullpen. But in the heat of action, if you get that safe situation in the ninth, it wouldn't surprise me to see Mike Quade running back out there today.
How about with a 9-1 lead? That wouldn't be bad, would it?
No, maybe that's what he needs. A couple of low-pressure situations where he can come out there and iron out his mechanics, get back into that strike zone.
All right, the Cubs trying to snap the Marlins 6-game winning streak. This is a team that had a brutal month of June, but they're playing maybe their best baseball of the season. They have a new manager, Jack McKeon, who's 80 years old in his second stint with the Marlins. So we'll see if the Cubs can stop their momentum today. Let's go down to the field now for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise, kindly remove your caps, and join Wayne Messmer, accompanied by Gary Pressey at the Lowry organ, as they honor America with our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The great Wayne Messmer getting us set for Cubs baseball. Marlon Byrd with 3 homers this year against the Marlins in the lineup today as the Cubs look for their first win here in the second half. Game 2 of this weekend set is next.
It's brilliant.
When you're looking for a twist, crack open a Bud Light line.
It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control.
The great taste of Bud Light with a twist. Bud Light Lime. All the refreshment of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. It's Bud Light with a twist.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One-A-Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure.
Whoa.
Kind of makes your heart race, huh?
Charcoal went out already? Forget it. There's more barbecue time in every bag of Kingsford charcoal. Kingsford. Slow down and grill.
What's up, Smart?
Oh, just booked a summer vacay.
Ooh, sounds pricey.
Nah, with the Hotels.com summer sale, you can find awesome deals for places nearby.
Interesting. Wow. I'm blown away.
You look great. Hotels.com summer sale. Save up to 30% and get a free Kindle. Hotels.com. Be smart, book smart.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Bud Light Lime. The just right taste of Bud Light with a refreshing splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Ford, the newest vehicles on the road are now at your local Ford store, like the all-new Ford Explorer, SUV, 100% reinvented. Visit localfordstores.com. Ford, drive one. And by the Illinois Lottery. Play the Wheel of Fortune instant game from the Illinois Lottery for a chance at $250,000. Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity only from Comcast.
Tonight's game is available in Spanish on your SAP audio setting provided by WRTO La Tremenda, Chicago's Spanish language sports leader, with Elio Benitez and Hector Fabregas on the call.
Wind was blowing in last night, and to start the game today, similar story, although not blowing very hard. As Ryan Dempster will take the ball and face his former team, the Florida Marlins. Let's get Jack McKeon's Marlins lineup. Their 6-run ninth. That was the most runs they've scored in an inning this year. They also took a franchise record 6 walks in an inning that ninth. Bonifacio's red hot 13-game hitting streak. Infante at second. The all-star Sanchez at first. Hanley Ramirez cleaning up. Logan Morrison's in left. Mike Stanton in right. The veteran Mike Cameron's in center. John Buck, the catcher, hits 8th. And Ricky Nolasco hits 9th.
Let's check out how the Cubs take the field defensively today. Behind Ryan Dempster, brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Soriano, Bird, and Fukudome once again across the outfield. Ramirez and Castro on the left side of the infield. Real tough, unlucky error for Darwin Barney in the ball game last night. We're going to show you that play a little bit later on. He'll be at second base. Carlos Pena over at first. Giovanni Soto once again doing the catching today for right-hander Ryan Dempster. Mentioned Dempster had the last Cubs victory on the road trip to Pittsburgh right before the All-Star break. A little controversy as he came out of the game after 5 innings, but he was working on extra rest, had some back-end hip issues. Mike Quaddy felt it best to get him out of the game after 5 innings. Dempster did not agree, but he's out there today doing battle for his team.
26-year-old Lance Barrett will call the balls and strikes. Tom Hallion's a little older than that. He's the crew chief at first. Phil Cuzzy at second. James Hoy is at third. Emilio Bonifacio, who reached base 3 times last night, will lead it off.
A little extra rosin and pine tar on top of the helmet today for Bonifacio. Yeah, if he would happen to slide head first into one of the infielders' kneecaps, he'd end up stuck there, I think. That helmet looks very sticky.
Although you've got rosin and pine tar, so which would give first? Would you slide off the player or stick to him?
I guess that remains to be seen.
Maybe he was painting his apartment and left his helmet on the floor. 1 ball, 1 strike. Full slate of games, but everything else is under the lights later. This is the only game going on right now in the big leagues as Starlin Castro will throw out Bonifacio. Comes Omar Infante, the second baseman. 77 degrees and east wind at 9 as we get started. This is one of those days it's extremely comfortable in the shade, especially high up with the wind coming in off the lake. But if you're sitting in the bleachers right now, it probably feels about 95. It's hot.
Yeah, that's the way it felt down on the field during batting practice today. In the sun, very warm, easy to break a lather in a hurry. Players should be able to stay good and loose today, but very, very comfortable in the shade. Yeah, that wind you talked about basically blowing straight in from right field now will definitely knock down high fly balls to right, maybe help fly balls hit the left.
0-2 on the way is high on a slider. A wind in the pitch. That one hit in the air to right. Kosuke will make the grab for the out. 2 away. We want to let our AT&T U-verse viewers in Chicago and around the country on WGN America know that during every Cubs home game this season, if you go to channel 780 or high definition channel 1780, you can see a special multi-view presentation that shows you all our different live camera angles here at Wrigley Field. It's pretty cool. So if you want to direct the game along with Skip Ellison, give a look to AT&T U-verse channel 780 or HD channel 1780. Gabby Sanchez, the Marlins lone all-star representative. 2 balls, no strikes. 58 and 53 is Ryan Dempster's record as a Cub. He went 42 and 43 over 5 seasons with the Marlins. In between, a short stint with the Cincinnati Reds. The vast majority of his career has been as a starter, but remember, he was the Cubs closer for a bit. This one's going to hold up again for Fukudome. And that ends the inning. They go down 1-2-3 in the first, and here come the Cubs on offense.
0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Tommy, T-H-O.
Cece, glad you made it.
Ricky wins again.
What is this place? Iowa. Only with maximum Pepsi taste and 0 calories.
Whoa.
I love it when he does that.
Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball.
Boy, I'm glad we got Aflac, huh?
Aflac.
Oh, I've just got major medical.
Major medical.
But helps pay the doctors.
Where's the doctors, boy?
Oh, yeah? What about your family? We added Aflac, so we get cash. It's like our safety net. To help with the mortgage or whatever we need. So my family doesn't feel the pain, too.
Help protect your family at Aflac.com.
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough.
We don't just give you a chocolate blizzard. We give you the triple chocoholic blizzard. Rich truffles, choco chunks, and dark fudge.
And we don't just have piñatas. We have piñatas filled with Mary Lou Retton. Because at Dairy Queen, good isn't good enough. You're smiling, aren't you?
Uh-huh. The new triple chocoholic blizzard from Dairy Queen. So good, it's ridiculous.
Now Mike Quaddy's Pepsi lineup brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball, and your Chicago Cubs 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Fukudome, Castro, and Ramirez at the top. You see Carlos Pena with 19 homers since the beginning of May. Marlon Byrd in center. Giovanni Soto, 4 hits, tying his career high last night. Soriano's in left. Barney at second, hitting .303, and the pitcher Dempster 9th.
Take a look at the fish this afternoon. Logan Morrison in left, Mike Stanton over in right. The veteran Mike Cameron struggling offensively this year, but still gold glove caliber defense out there in center. Bonifacio, Ramirez, Infante, and Sanchez third to first across the infield. John Buck doing the catching once again today for former Cub farmhand, right-hander Ricky Nolasco. Get a look at his numbers on the season. He'll feature a fastball, curveball, slider, split finger mix. And as I mentioned in the open of the show, any success he's going to have usually relies on his breaking pitch early in the game. His ability to throw that curveball and slider for strikes early.
A couple of versions of his curveball. And as you said, if it's on early, it could be a rough day for the Cubs bats. Here's the 0-1 to Fukudome. Pounded that one. off himself for a foul ball. 0-2 on Kosuke. Sometimes happens this way, Bob. Nolasco wasn't necessarily the centerpiece of the trade made between these two clubs back in December of 2005. Right-hander Sergio Mitre, lefty Raniel Pinto, along with Nolasco, were sent to the Marlins in exchange for Juan Pierre. But Nolasco is the only guy still on their staff from that deal. Kind of like the Dontrelle Willis deal. It's not as if he was this huge can't miss prospect. He became that guy once he got traded to Florida.
That's a real testament to the Florida Marlins scouting. Obviously, you watch the major league clubs that you play against very closely to judge their talent and see who might be a good fit for your organization. But also you look at the minor league systems. Look at the guys working their way up through a system who might be a late bloomer that you could throw in on a trade, and Ricky Nolasco appears to be one of those guys. As you said, not a top shelf prospect when he was with the Cubs, but he's developed into a top shelf right-hander in the National League.
Just outside, that's ball 4. Well, one thing he has done, minors or majors, is win. There's Jack McKeon, second oldest manager in the history of baseball. He's 80. Two-time NL Manager of the Year. Took over shortly after Edwin Rodriguez in a surprise decision. Resigned as the Marlins were scuffling through the month of June.
His philosophy is pretty easy. He was quoted saying that he likes to have fun, and fun is winning. Winning is fun. Of course, what comes first? Having a little bit of fun and then you start to relax and play better baseball, or do you play better baseball and have fun because of that? Jack doesn't really care which one comes first, just so they both come down the road for his team.
I know one thing he doesn't like, nor does any manager, and that's the leadoff walk.
You're supposed to call it the dreaded leadoff walk. Yeah.
Leadoff walk.
Yeah, leadoff walks and 2-out walks.
Well, I think the best trait Jack has had as a big league manager is that he's not afraid to make moves that go against the book. Some work, some don't. And he has a good feel for the game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's smacked into left. Starlin Castro with a base hit. His first since the break. Dave Keller is the acting first base coach today and tomorrow. Bob Dernier is back in Kansas City. His son Derek getting married this weekend. So Derek and his fiancee Caitlin, we wish them the best.
I'm sure Bob Dernier has given this advice to his son, but I'll send it along just in case he hasn't. Practice this phrase and use it often. Yes, dear, you're right. I'm sorry.
Aramis Ramirez 1 for 4 last night. He finished the first half smoking hot at the plate. And they'll try to turn to Bonifacio Infante, and that's a 5-4-3 for the Cubs on Sunday in Pittsburgh. Hit into a double play in each of the first 4 innings.
It's hard to get on Aramis Ramirez for swinging at the first pitch nearly every at bat, because he has gotten his share of long balls and base hits swinging at that first pitch, but in this instance breaks his bat, hits an easy grounder to third, or a quick twin killing.
Fukudome is at third, but there are 2 outs as Carlos Pena will step in. 3 for 5 with 2 homers against Nolasco. Swing and a miss. Pena, one of just 4 left-handed hitters to get to 19 home runs before the All-Star break as a Chicago Cub. Billy Williams, Rick Monday, and Henry Rodriguez were the other 3. Billy Williams did it more than once. Kind of been all or nothing. 5 at bats, 2 homers, 2 strikeouts. Now 1-2. It's easy to say, partner, you turn the page every day in this game with the game every day. But how difficult is it really to forget about what happened late last night, as it looked like the Cubs were going to wrap up a 2-0 win?
Well, tougher for some than others. Obviously, the guys who were directly involved probably had a rough time getting to sleep last night. But like you mentioned, the reality of this game is you get another opportunity the next day to turn things around. A lot of sports you have to sit around for days, sometimes a week or more, to get another chance. Not in baseball. You get your other chance the next day.
Cubs had their chances here in the first, but do not score. 0-0 after 1.
When you're looking for a twist, crack open a Bud Light Lime.
It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control.
The great taste of Bud Light with a twist. Bud Light Lime. All the refreshment of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. It's Bud Light with a twist.
As your love has evolved, so have your gifts. From I like you, I really like you. I love you. I will always love you. And sometimes a gift says you mean more to me than anything else in the world. Life insurance from New York Life ensures your loved ones will always be taken care of. With 166 years of financial strength, it's the most selfless gift you can give. New York Life, the company you keep.
Come on, everybody. Gonna have a good time tonight.
Come in for a great time at Olive Garden. Enjoy our new carbonara ravioli with chicken for just $10.95. Pancetta and Parmesan-filled ravioli served with pan-seared chicken and creamy Parmesan sauce.
Family affair.
Or with sautéed shrimp for $12.95. Both with unlimited breadsticks and salad or homemade soup. A great meal sure to end with a smile. Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
At Bayer, we're reinventing aspirin for pain relief with new extra-strength Bayer Advanced Aspirin. It has microparticles, enters the bloodstream faster, and rushes relief to the site of pain. It's clinically proven to relieve pain twice as fast. New Bayer Advanced Aspirin.
White Sox, Tigers, Sunday 1 East, 10 West on WGN America.
The McDonald's Daily Double is back for just $1.89. You don't have to remember it to love it. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time, a la carte only.
Hanley Ramirez will lead off the floor to second, and he hits the first pitch just foul on the ground past third. One for 5 in the opener. Knocked in a run in the 9th. Swing and a miss. Fastball in.
That was a very effective pitch for Matt Garza in his 7 innings of work last night. That elevated fastball got a lot of swings and misses, a lot of foul balls straight back, was able to jump ahead in the count on some occasions using that high fastball. A little higher than high that time. Not a bad 0-2 pitch. Change the eye level of the hitter, move him off the plate a little bit, maybe buy a little real estate on that outside corner.
Dempster, the Cubs opening day starter, 34 years old. Kosuke's had a busy afternoon here early as he records his third putout. And now it's Logan Morrison, the left fielder. We are email accessible, LennonBob@Tribune.com. We're on Facebook, and we now have over 20,000 followers on Twitter. So take that, Logan Morrison. The tweet king of South Florida. Very popular guy on Twitter, which is sometimes at odds with his own front office. They reportedly told him to tone down his honesty earlier this season, especially as it pertains to team business.
Taking team business out of the clubhouse and off the buses and off the planes usually will get you a few words from your teammates as well.
He was a little critical of John Maley, the hitting coach. The firing of Maley in June, that seemed to ruffle some feathers, and he was reminded earlier than that, just be careful on Twitter. You don't want to say something or write something that you will later regret. Former big league corner infielder Eduardo Perez is their new hitting coach. That's going to drop foul, just foul near the Cubs bullpen. And that happened before the managerial change. This is a team that started the year 19-10. They've gone 25-38 since. They were 5-23 in June. They seem to have turned it around here, but the question is it a little too late? That 03 Marlins team turned it around a lot sooner than mid-July. It was mid-June. And they're still 4 games under 500 and mired in last, and they're 10 games back in the wild card.
Boy, 5-23 in 1 month. That's hard to do.
Especially when you're over 500 every other month.
We were talking about it yesterday, Len. Did you say that they went from 10 games over to 10 games under faster than any team had ever had that kind of turnaround?
Yeah. I think they were 1-18 or 1-19 to start the month of June. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now, I'd like to go 3 weeks with 1 win. That's not good in the NFL, let alone Major League Baseball.
Well, to win 5 games in the month, that means they got real hot at the end of the month. Jeez. Now, that kind of stretch will cost somebody their job.
And again, you know, sometimes the story comes out publicly that somebody resigned, but the backstory is that person was pushed out. But just in talking to people around this club, that was not the case with Edwin Rodriguez. He stepped aside on his own volition. Brian Dempster, 6 up, 6 down to start his afternoon. No score.
WGN America is here to help you brush up on your baseball slang. Meatball, an easy pitch right down the middle. Can of corn, a high, easy to catch fly ball. Pickle, when a runner is caught between 2 bases. After the big game, if where to find something for everyone is the question, then Golden Corral is the answer. All you can eat baby back ribs are back only at Golden Corral. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10. Golden Corral, help yourself to happiness and watch HD Baseball on WGN America all season long.
Ever wonder who's searching for you?
8 people searching for me?
Go to MyLife.com, the internet's leading people search site, where you can find personal and business connections. More than just friends. Just type in your name and see if someone is searching for you for free.
Could be my old office. Maybe they want me back.
At MyLife.com, there are millions of people joining each month. You could have messages waiting for you right now. Go to MyLife.com and see if someone is searching for you right now for free.
My doctor told me calcium is best absorbed in small, continuous amounts. Only one calcium supplement does that in 1 daily dose. New Citracal Slow Release continuously releases calcium plus D for the efficient absorption my body needs. Citracal.
Introducing the 2012 Kia Sorento. With up to 32 miles per gallon and more features than ever before.
Bottom of the second, Marlon Byrd will lead it off for the Cubs. He has 4 home runs this season, and 3 of them have been against the Marlins. So Marlon beating up the Marlins.
How appropriate.
Tapped foul. I was reminded by our producer Mark Brady that birds eat fish as well, so you got the whole thing going, food chain and everything.
Didn't know the game was going to be on Animal Planet today, did you? And there's really no easy way to explain that, Len. Of course, the pitchers have come and gone, the characters have changed, the teams have changed, the venue has changed in some cases, but for whatever reason, occasionally you'll bump up against a team that you just have a lot of confidence against. You happen to be in a good streak when you're playing against that team. You get some numbers that builds your confidence. You feel even better the next time you face that particular team. And Marlin has found a team he likes to beat on here in the Marlins.
Missed on a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Great day, great weekend to be out and about. Where would you rather be on a Friday afternoon in July? It's high. And the count now full 3-2. Ricky Nolasco from Rialto, California. Got his first major league win against the Cubs here at Wrigley back on April 26th of '06. 2 scoreless relief innings. Floated out into center, perfectly placed over Infante and in front of Cameron. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, but where you hit it.
I believe that's what Wee Willie Keeler said. Hit them where they ain't. This time a little soft floater into center field. Marlin got jammed just a little, but strong enough to muscle it out into center field for a leadoff base hit.
What a night for Giovanni Soto last night. Unfortunately, it didn't come in a win. He had 4 hits on his bobblehead night.
Heating it up over his last 7 games, a batting average over 400, 4 multi-hit games in his last 7. And particularly in the game last night, Len, it seemed to me like Gio was being a lot more aggressive. For me, he had been a very passive hitter for a long time, took a lot of very hittable strikes, but was very aggressive in the strike zone last night and made good solid contact all 4 at bats.
A roller to third. Bonifacio feeds Infante. Throw up the line, but he got him on the tag. Gabby Sanchez adjusting to the throw. And they turn their second double play.
And all double plays start with a hard hit ball, and that was a bullet hit to Bonifacio at third base. The throw from Infante pulls Sanchez off the bag, but in the estimation of first base umpire Tom Hallion, Sanchez was able to tag Gio right there on the thigh as he went past. Well, unfortunately, Gio did not get hurt there. You can see that right foot slide off the foul side of first base. Very easy to roll an ankle on a play like that.
Well, unfortunately, we know what the major league record is for double plays grounded into in a 9-inning game. It's 7. We learned that on Sunday in Pittsburgh. One and one on Soriano. Hot start power wise. Remember Alfonso had a DL stint with a left quad strain. in late May. He hasn't homered in almost a month. June 19th off CC Sabathia of the Yankees. High fly, Mike Cameron waving off Morrison, the left fielder, and that's the inning. Leadoff man is reached in the first two, but two double plays negating that.
Good news, men use soap. Bad news, men use soap that can really dry their skin. And some have been doing so for over 20 years. So if you think about it, soap has been drying men's skin since breakdancing became totally rad and MacGyver was saving the world with tweezers. Fear not, Dove Men Plus Care is here. It's the bar with 1/4 moisturizing cream, so it cleans and leaves skin feeling moisturized. Dove Men Plus Care. Also try Dove Men Plus Care Sensitive Clean Body Wash.
This is Lisa, who tries to stay ahead of her class. Morning starts with arthritis pain. That's 2 pills before the first bell. It's time for recess and more pills. Afternoon art starts and so does her knee pain. That's 2 more pills. Almost done, but hang on. Her doctor recommended Aleve because it can relieve pain all day with just 2 pills. This is Lisa, who switched to Aleve and fewer pills for a day free of pain. And get the all-day pain relief of Aleve in liquid gels.
Kids love pizza, but will they love the Domino's specialty pizza that adults want?
It's a Philly cheesesteak pizza. Come on, it's got peppers and onions.
Try it.
No.
That's for grown-ups. What's grown-up about it? This.
This next one's my favorite.
Cheese.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
No. Make everyone happy. Order any large specialty pizza and you can get a medium 1-topping pizza the kids will love for only $5.
Yum!
Oh.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN is sponsored in part by Mega Millions and now Powerball from the Illinois Lottery. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $33 million, while Saturday's Powerball jackpot sits at $61 million.
We have some special guests in the booth from the WGN Morning News, which now starts at 4 a.m. for our local viewers. Great to see Paul Conrad, Larry Potash, Aaron McElroy, and we had 2 first pitches today. Aaron, yours was good. Paul's a little shaky.
We had a communication problem between me and the catcher. I was going with the pitch out, and he apparently missed the signal, so that really screwed things over. I don't know what Carpenter was thinking.
Good answer.
Larry, tell me about the poll. There was a poll this morning.
People thought Aaron would pitch better than you, Paul, and it turned out they were right.
This is half the problem.
71%. To be exact.
Well,
felt that I would throw a better pitch.
71% of people are wrong about 70% of the time, so about even.
Probably not, but it was a nice try, yeah.
Well, we have the evidence.
Oh, it was good. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Now look, here's the signal right there.
All in unison, Paul.
But
all
what?
at part practice. Read off.
Now,
Watch
which one
Paul's
was mine? I
reaction.
think mine landed in the guy on the right's hands.
I think the pressure got to him because I made the mistake of telling him about this poll shortly before we threw that first pitch. And, you know, I think it just got to him at the last minute.
She also told me to think about everybody naked so I wouldn't be nervous.
I don't think that worked out too well for me either.
Not very well at all.
3-1 bounce to Ramirez, who gets Mike Cameron. So you start now at 4 a.m., so your bedtime is what, 4 p.m.?
We just like to stay up all night long. Right. Just keep the blood going.
That explains a lot, Larry.
Yeah. Watch some Bill Murray movies. Yeah.
That's what it explains. No, it's early. It's early.
Most of our audience consists of the other anchors who don't start as early as we do.
Gotcha.
But we'll take what we can get.
I think they comprise the majority of our viewership as well.
I just wish you had a little fun in the morning. You don't have any fun.
We're working on that.
Here's John Buck.
I have a feeling that's not the last time we're going to see those first pitches, though. I think, you know, back at the station, they're probably grinding away right now, editing some kind of tape with music. And
right,
yep.
Yep.
I've got my attorney on standby already also.
You know, Paul has always had this idea that somebody in the fans should be able to play in the game itself. And I
was trying to get him the ball.
Yeah.
Well, you did a great job. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you at 4 a.m. Monday morning, right?
Yeah, we'll be there.
Guys, thanks for having us up, guys.
All right, thanks, Paul, Larry, Aaron. Nicely done.
Larry pitch because he made him sit down.
Check it out, our Chicago viewers, at 4 a.m. here on WGN.
That's shortly after last call, isn't it?
Yeah. Some places around here, yes.
No, it's true. Walking, driving into work is like cars.
2 down here in the inning, as Ryan Dempster has not allowed a base runner to this point, and a swing and a miss. 1-1 on Nolasco. Nolasco hit a home run off Sean Marshall, his first major league hit. They were teammates at one time at Double-A in the Cubs organization. That was in Florida back in May of '06. He drives that ball deep to left, and it's going to be off the ivy. Soriano kind of conceded a double, but it looked like he might have had a shot at Nolasco.
Yeah, you got to know who your batter runner is, and Ricky Nolasco used to pitching, not used to running the bases. I think if Soriano gets to that ball quickly and hustles it back in, they may have had a play at second base. Ball was absolutely crushed. Fastball on the inside corner, hit on a line about halfway up the vines out there in left field, and right there Soriano decides to double clutch before throwing the ball back in. That gave Nolasco a chance to chug into second base with that 2-out double.
7th career double. And they will appeal at first base, thinking Nolasco maybe missed the bag, but according to Tom Hallion, he did not.
Well, usually on that particular play, extra base hit to left field, it's the catcher's responsibility to follow that runner up the first base line and make sure he steps on first base. All the other defenders have responsibilities, places they have to be on that particular extra base hit, but Giovanni Soto really has nothing to do on that play, so you watch that runner to make sure he does hit all the bases.
This is a guy you want to keep off the bases if you can, because he's been running a lot lately. He's really blossomed under his new manager. Another thing about Bonifacio, he can play just about everywhere. He has started at 6 different positions already this season. Left, short, third, center, right, second.
Well, there's no question he has the speed to be one of the premier base stealers in the National League. He had 61 stolen bases one season in the minor leagues. And Jack McKeon, as you mentioned in the ball game last night, almost had to push him off the bag over there at first. Told him, you've got the green light. I want to see you run. And he has taken it to heart with 11 stolen bases in his last 12 games.
First thing Jack McKeon said when he took over in '03 with a team that was underachieving early on, he said, I don't need this job. Kind of laid down the law, basically saying, I'm going to hurt some feelings and tough. Swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. Again, first pitch from Aaron and Paul.
Don't worry, Lucky. These Wheat Thins Crunch Sticks will save us. Look!
Wheat Thins Crunch Sticks. Try our new flavors.
People everywhere are taking a stand and booking on choicehotels.com.
When I book a hotel online, it should be simple and easy.
We have the right to take the kids on a wonderful vacation.
As long as I save 20%.
I want to guarantee that my room rate is the lowest on the web. And no vacation bedtime? Don't push it. Oh.
It's your voice, it's your choicehotels.com. Get the best internet rate guaranteed and save up to 20% every day. Book now at choicehotels.com.
With the goodness of fresh-picked tea leaves, water, and sunshine. New 100% natural Lipton iced tea. You are what you tea. Lipton. Drink positive.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, sweetie. You'll do great.
This is it.
A new school year has so much potential.
Hey, any resolutions? My resolution is the same as always. Keep her full and focused with my fiber. 3, 2, 1. Happy school year!
This school year, make a resolution to give your kid Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheat cereal, an excellent source of fiber from 100% whole grain that helps keep them full so they can focus on the day ahead.
Keeps them full,
keeps them focused. Awesome.
Awesome.
Don't miss the action as the Cubs host the Phillies on Tuesday, July 19th, right here at Wrigley Field. Game time is 7:05, but be sure to arrive early. The first 10,000 fans receive a Cubs hat. Compliments a private bank. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Gorgeous day here at Wrigley Field. Game 2 of a long 10-game, 11-day homestand, the longest of the season. Darwin Barney will start the Cubs third. Cooled off a bit last night after a hot finish to the first half, although he did pick up an RBI when he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the 7th. There's a strike.
Yeah, Lennon, I mentioned the unlucky error for Darwin Barney in the game last night. It was actually a perfectly executed relay play from right field. Darwin threw the ball right down the first baseline. It was headed right out in front of home plate to Giovanni Soto, but unfortunately took a really squirrely hop off the edge of the infield grass. That's a tough, unlucky error for Darwin Barney.
Kind of hard to blame either guy on this particular play. Dwayne Wise actually slipped between third and home. That's why they had a shot at him. I guess the only guy you would say wasn't in the right spot was Carlos Marmol, who is supposed to be behind Giovanni Soto.
I don't know if you saw it on that replay right there, but the throw hit the cut of the grass on the first baseline. Giovanni Soto was in perfect position. The ball was coming right to him. It hit the edge of the grass right there, ricocheted to the left over the right shoulder of Gio all the way to the bricks. And as you mentioned, Carlos Marmol not in a good position to back the play up.
That was the game-winning run.
I put that particular error in the same category as when an outfielder tries to throw a runner out at third base and the ball hits the runner in the back. Well, somebody's got to get an error when that ball gets away and the runner gets up and scores, but that's an awfully tough error when you make a perfect throw and it just happens to hit the runner in the back as he's sliding into third base.
Went after the high pitch, and a foul pop is going to make the front row near the Marlins bullpen.
And the really unfortunate thing about that throw from Darwin Barney, as I said, it looked to me that it was going to be right on line to Giovanni Soto, who was blocking the home plate. But because it took that bad hop so close to home plate, Gio really had no time to react. He was anticipating a nice one-hop skip right out in front of home plate where he could catch and tag. And when that ball hit the cut of the grass about 10 or 15 feet away from home plate, just no time to react. You'll see once again where Giovanni Soto is set up in front of home plate to block the dish right there. Gets down to a knee, ready to block the plate if necessary, and that ball just shot to his right, and you can see where Carlos Marmol was on the play. Not in a good position.
Barney battling Nolasco's had a lot of deep counts here early on. 2-2. It's full with Dempster on deck.
Now, that being said, Len, the Cubs are dead last in the majors in fielding percentage. They've made 78 errors this season, more than any other team, and they've earned a lot of those.
Bonifacio coming in on that ball and getting Darwin Barney. We had an interesting conversation with Perry Hill, the first base and infield coach for the Marlins. This ball hits the dirt first, and notice Bonifacio immediately comes in. He does play a little bit of a short hop, but the Marlins infielders are taught if the first bounce off the bat is on the dirt to come in to field the ball. We're talking with Perry about swing arcs and the like. He's worked with a lot of really good infielders. That ball is going to be caught because Cameron is playing in against the pitcher Dempster, and a lot of those guys became good under Perry Hill.
That's a good point, Len. Some of those guys were good before they got under Perry Hill, but a lot of very average defenders have really improved under his tutelage. Boy, those are the little things. I mean, we talk about the little things in baseball. That is really one of the little things. Where does the ball hit off the bat? Does it hit the infield grass? Does it hit the dirt in front of home plate? That will change your initial reaction to a ground ball as an infielder. And the quicker jump you can get on a ball, the better chance you have of getting yourself in a good position to make the play and make an accurate throw.
Kosuke batting, 2 outs, nobody on. To borrow a line from Dave Soup Campbell, who filled in for you, and we thank Soup for joining us in Pittsburgh. I guess to look at it, the glass half full, at least the Cubs won't hit into a double play here in the third. Had that situation come up, as we mentioned, in the first 4 innings on Sunday in Pittsburgh. That's a strike, 0-2.
Good news was the Cubs had base runners on in each of the first 4 innings. Unfortunately, double plays erased them.
Can you imagine hitting into 7 in a 9-inning game? One and 2. Here comes Nolasco again. Well, Kosuke stays in there on a pitch that was very difficult to take, but called a ball outside, just a little bit outside. So new life. It's like Buck wants a changeup here on the 2-2. It's in the dirt. Full count yet again. If nothing else, they're really making Nolasco work for his outs.
And that may pay dividends later in the ball game. The higher pitch count you can run up against an opposing starter early in the game, the less effective he's likely to be later in the game.
Overall not bad, but again a lot of 3-2 counts. Bounced up the middle and through. Ramirez took a shallow line to get to that ball and may not have had a play anyway. It's a single.
Yeah, very shallow line that time by Hanley Ramirez, coming across the diamond from his shortstop position. He's actually up in front of the bag at second base when he reaches down. Just couldn't quite get there in time to get that ground ball up the middle. A little bit of a deeper line. Maybe he takes away his chance of throwing out Fukudome at first base.
The all-star Starlin Castro takes ball 1. Send out some happy birthday wishes. Pete Autozone turning 63 today. Also Lauren Abaticola, happy 10th, and sister Madeline turning 14.
Of course, the biggest birthday today, Len, at least in Cubs Nation, is Tom Otis Hellman, the fine home clubhouse attendant for the Cubs, turning 60 today. Happy birthday, Otis.
They had a cake. I saw it said it had the road sign that said 55 miles an hour, like the speed limit. So I figured if it said 55 for the speed limit, knowing how Otis drives, he's really turning 65. You split the difference.
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Boy, Otis and all the guys down in the clubhouse do such a great job taking care of the boys, making sure they've got clean clothes and new equipment and good food. And Otis is the second best fisherman in the traveling party.
Should I even ask who the first is?
Do you need to?
No score after 3.
When you're looking for a twist, crack open a Bud Light Lime. It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control. The great taste of Bud Light with a twist. Bud Light Lime. All the refreshment of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. It's Bud Light with a twist.
Here's the great thing about love. Anything is possible when you're with the right person.
I can just look at her and instantly just makes me smile.
He's my best friend. I can't wait to marry him. I love everything about him.
Experience the difference of a site that really cares about helping you find a wonderful relationship. Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
Saving for our child's college fund was getting expensive.
Yes, it was. So to save some money, we taught our 5-year-old how to dunk.
Scholarship. Honey, go get him.
There's an easier way to save. Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
We're in the mood for amazing seafood tonight. Pan-seared just for us. Anybody?
You know, sizzling shrimp and scallops.
Perfectly seared tilapia made to order. On an all-you-can-eat dinner buffet.
For around $10. Heads up.
Only Golden Corral would serve up endless made-to-order pan-seared seafood. It's incredible shrimp, tilapia, and scallops with your choice of amazing sauces. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10.
$10? Bam!
Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
Hey, Cub fans, if you want to manage the game along with Mike Quaddy, log on to WGNTV.com right now and click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner to connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and information while watching at home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape, pools, patio sets, play sets, hot tubs, and more. Belt high strike on Omar Infante. Dempster and Nolasco battling here. 4 hits combined, no runs through the first 3. Cubs today signed veteran right-hander Dave Bush to a minor league contract. He will report to Iowa this weekend. That is not a 40-man move. He's in the Cubs minor league system, but adding another veteran to the equation just in case. He was released by Texas earlier this month. 2-2 on Infante. Broken bat bouncer cut off by Ramirez.
The new Bud Light Bleacher Series provides fans with exciting new opportunities in the Bud Light bleachers this season, including free T-shirt Mondays, $3 12-ounce draft Bud and Bud Light Tuesday nights, and $1 Vienna beef hot dog Wednesdays. Tuesday night special is also available in select locations in the seating bowl. For more information and to purchase tickets, as always, visit Cubs.com.
We will see the Phillies in a few days. Team with the best record in all of baseball. They open the second half in New York tonight against the Mets. They have activated Ryan Madson, their closer, off the disabled list. He had a bruised right hand. They also put their third baseman Placido Polanco on the DL with lower back inflammation.
Boy, and as if we need more reinforcement of what Major League Baseball is all about today, the Philadelphia Phillies with the #1 team ERA in all of baseball, the #1 defensive team in all of baseball. Offensively, they're right about in the middle of the pack with a team batting average of .250, but man, they can pitch it and they can catch it.
1-2 to Sanchez's outside. Stats with a very interesting note, at least I think it is. In the first game back from the All-Star break, Ryan Howard's played in 6 of those games. For 6 years, first game right after the break. In those games, 12 for 24 with 6 home runs. Towering blast by Sanchez is fouling out of play, so a pretty good chance Ryan Howard will be in the lineup tonight.
You might want to think about giving him 3 days off at random during the course of the season. Wow.
In on the hands of Sanchez and fouled off. Sanchez stays alive. Another 2-2, and he got him that time on what looked like a splitter. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Here is today's Grand Slam giveaway contestant. All season long, if the Cubs or White Sox hit a Grand Slam in the 5th inning, one lucky viewer will win a chance to receive $5,000. Go to WGNAmerica.com to enter today.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. Partner, I have good news and bad news regarding the Phillies series. What do you want first? Are you a good news first kind of guy?
Your choice.
All right. Well, the good news is fans who come out will get a chance to watch Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee. The bad news is it will be Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee. They both pitched. In fact, they were the first 2 National League pitchers to work for Bruce Bochy in the All-Star game Tuesday. And Halladay will go Monday and Lee on Tuesday. It'll be a really good matchup. Lee and Garza on Tuesday. Roy Halladay and Rodrigo Lopez Monday. That's bounced to third. Aramis gets Hanley. 1 base runner through the first 4. That was a double by Nolasco.
0 calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
Tommy. T-H-O.
CC. Glad you made it.
Ricky wins again.
What is this place?
Iowa. Only with maximum Pepsi taste and 0 calories.
Whoa.
I love it when he does that.
Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball.
Even in the most uncertain times, there are some things we know for sure. There will still be weddings, still be babies, and still be bright futures. That's why New York Life has been helping families plan for the expected and unexpected for 166 years. Backed by the highest ratings for financial strength, we're safe and secure, so you can be too. Give your family the gift of a secure financial future. New York Life, the company you keep.
Okay, people, show me the best way to design a vacation on a budget with Expedia. Make it work.
Booking a flight by itself is an uh-oh. See if we can stitch together a better deal.
That's a hint, Antoine.
Ooh, see what Anandra did? Booking your flight and hotel at the same time gets you prices hotels and airlines won't let Expedia show separately.
Book it. Major wow factor. Where you book matters. Expedia.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. The 2011 Chicago Cubs baseball season on WGN is brought to you by Bud Light, a sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
If you ever wondered what Greg Maddux looked like as a left-handed pitcher, stand inside the stadium and look out at the portraits. Have you ever done that, Len? Watched a ball game in a mirror?
You know, we talked about Ted Lilly used to do that in the minor leagues. He would watch guys like John Smoltz in the mirror. No, I can't say I ever have.
It's very interesting. I would recommend it. I don't think you want to do it for every ball game you watch on TV, but just every now and again, it just looks so different. You know, left-hander swings always look a little different than a right-hander swing, and when you watch it in a mirror, it reinforces that. It's a completely different approach, at least for the most part, in general.
Two and one to Ramirez. Cubs have had some chances. 2 on, nobody out in the first. Leadoff man on in the second. Nolasco bailed out by a couple of double plays. Mentioned on the leadoff man, the Cardinals will open the second half in Cincinnati tonight, and they're in first by themselves because Milwaukee got trounced at Colorado last night. In that game, Ryan Braun, who missed the final 8 games of the first half and the All-Star game with a strained left calf, came back and continued a hitting streak that's now at 23 games. Up in the air the other way is Mike Stanton. Makes the grab. Pablo Sandoval's at 22 and counting. About the Giants late last night, Aubrey Huff tied it in the 9th with a home run in San Diego, and former Cub Mike Fontenot with a go-ahead bases loaded walk in the 12th. 6-2 Giants.
Giants with a 3.5 game lead in that National League Western Division, due mostly to the fact that they beat up on their own division. They're 10 games over 500 against the West.
Ripped into right. That's a base hit. Four hits, all singles for the Cubs. There's Marlon Byrd, a man on, 1 out. How about something in the air here and not on the ground at an infielder?
That's definitely not the pitch you want to swing at if you're trying to keep the ball off the ground. A little slider on the outside part of the plate and down.
Velasco has a sign from Buck, who sets up shop near the outside corner, and that'll drop fair into right. Pena had to hold up, make sure that ball got through. It'll be a double for Bird, second and third for Giovanni Soto.
Hey, when Marlon Bird is right at the plate, he can wait as long as any hitter in the game before he commits to swing at a pitch, and that time committed very late, but able to keep it fair down the right field line for a double, putting runners at second and third for the hottest hitter in the Cubs lineup.
Bob, Pena did what you're told, line drive, you freeze. However, if that ball is caught by Sanchez, it's a double play no matter what. Is that the one exception where you just might as well go, or not?
It just depends on how quickly you read it. If you read it quickly enough that you think you can get back to the bag at first if the ball is caught, then you have to freeze on that line drive and scamper back to first base. But if you take an aggressive secondary lead and you're out there to a point where you're going to get doubled off anyway, you might as well just keep going.
It looked like Carlos was kind of in no man's land anyway. I don't think he scores if he takes off, but here's the 0-1 to Soto as the Cubs try to grab the lead inside 1-1. Velasco has been working pretty deep. He's gone at least 7 innings in his last 4 starts, twice with complete games. How about his last 3? Complete game shutout, another complete game, and in the middle a 1-0 loss.
Even the start before that stretch, he went 7 innings, gave up only 4 hits and 3 runs. Yeah, he's been on a pretty good roll lately.
And that followed up a 4-game losing streak. And Soto could not hold up on the slider. That's a strikeout. Only the second one for Nolasco, but he needed one.
Well, once he got ahead in the count, he just continued to expand that strike zone a little further away, further away. This slider just off the outside corner gets the check swing from Gio for strike 3. That was one situation I thought Nolasco might pitch around Giovanni Soto. He's, as I mentioned, been the hottest Cubs hitter, especially after the 4-hit game last night. Soriano's been struggling. I thought he might try to work his way around Soto. But once he got ahead in the count, he was going to try to put him away himself.
Alfonso Soriano takes ball 1. Sometimes kind of fun to talk about position players and then pitchers. You know, the best position player currently who hasn't made an all-star team. At one point, that guy was Bobby Abreu for a long time. I'll tell you, Ricky Nolasco could be in the conversation about pitchers who haven't made the all-star team. He's averaged 14 wins over his last 3 seasons.
Won double digits back in 06 and then had some injury issues in 07. But yeah, when he's been healthy and able to take the ball on a regular basis, he's been as consistent as any pitcher in the National League.
He's the Marlins all-time leader in double-digit strikeout games. He has 12 of them. That's impressive to lead the way considering the power arms this franchise has had. Popped into shallow right. And it drops, and the Cubs get 2. Infante and Stanton kind of both tentatively went after that ball. Neither guy caught it, and the Cubs get 2. That's the second time in the last week or so that Soriano's hit a ball just like that, and 2 runs have scored.
Obviously a much tougher play for that second baseman, going back, looking up into the hazy sunshine. Right fielder Stanton coming in, should have called off his second baseman and made the play right there.
It's an error on somebody. Fouled off by Barney. We saw error on the board, didn't hear who was charged with that error.
There, it looks like Stanton is calling for it right there. Infielders are taught you continue to go out and try to make a play until you hear somebody call you off, and it certainly appeared like Stanton was calling Infante off of that ball. But the confusion at the very tail end of the play allows the Cubs to jump on the board first today.
I believe it's Infante to get the error. That's a ripped foul by Barney. Big break for the Cubs. One and two. The last such play was called a hit for Soriano. He got 2 RBIs. Not the case this time. Barney could not make contact on the curveball. 2 unearned runs, and the Cubs lead 2-0.
Ever wonder who's searching for you? Go to mylife.com, the internet's leading people search site. Just type in your name and see if someone is searching for you for free. Who's searching for you? Find out for free. Go to mylife.com right now.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One-A-Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure.
Whoa.
Kinda makes your heart race, huh?
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough. We don't just give you a chocolate blizzard. We give you the triple chocoholic blizzard. Rich truffles, choco chunks, and dark fudge. And we don't just have piñatas. We have piñatas filled with Mary Lou Retton. Because at Dairy Queen, good isn't good enough. You're smiling, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
The new triple chocoholic blizzard from Dairy Queen. So good, it's ridiculous.
Boy, I'm glad we got Aflac, huh? Aflac?
Oh, I've just got major medical.
Major medical.
But helps pay the doctors.
Pays the doctors, boy! Oh, yeah? What about your family? We added Aflac, so we get cash. It's like our safety net. To help with the mortgage or whatever we need. So my family doesn't feel the pain, too.
Help protect your family at Aflac.com.
The American Garage, the temple of the tune-up, the Taj Mahal of overhaul. More of them count on AutoZone parts than ever before. But parts are just part of what we do. Our trusted advice and helping hands approach is everywhere. So, whether it's his place, her place, or the pro's place, parts are just part of what we do.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
Hey, Chicagoland viewers, how'd you like to win $5 footlongs from Subway? Just be the 500th texter to text Subway to 97999. Go to WGNTV.com for complete information and rules.
Cubs took advantage of an error by Omar Infante. 2 runs in. It's 2-0. Ball 1 to Morrison, the left fielder. High fly deep to center, but the wind's going to knock it down. Marlon Byrd on the edge of the warning track. Cub fans, make sure you check out our WGN baseball blog on WGNTV.com. I have a post on last night's turn of events. We have photos of the traveling Vietnam Memorial. Make sure you check that out if you come out to the yard this weekend. Game notes from stats and much more. Once again, go to WGNTV.com. Stanton. White Sox open up their second half in Detroit tonight. Got to face Justin Verlander. As he looks for his 13th win.
And we saw this in the ball game last night. Third base coach Joe Espada trying to get as far away from Mike Stanton as possible. He's able to do that with nobody on base.
Thump to left, but it's going to be caught by Soriano. 2 down. Cleveland and Detroit tied for the AL Central lead. White Sox 5 back. Minnesota just 6 out.
Yeah, talking about the third base and first base coaches, as you see the third base coaches box right there, it's basically a backwards L. The idea being you don't care how far away from home plate that third base coach gets. You don't care how far away from the foul line he gets, but you don't want him to get any closer to the foul line than that white line. You don't want him any closer to home plate than the bottom part of that inverted L. That's where you could possibly gain an advantage. Get a little bit closer to that third base line, maybe peer in at the catcher's signs. Nobody's going to complain if you move further down the line and further away from the foul line.
Yeah, but nobody heeds that rule. And we know why. Every time a guy gets to first base, the first base coach is right in his ear.
Yep.
Kind of hard to do when you're 12 feet away.
And once again, that's part of a catcher's job to constantly, after you give your sign, keep an eye on both of those coaches. Take a quick peek to see if they're relaying anything to the hitter. Is the first base coach trying to get close to that first baseline so he can see in it your signs?
Swing and a miss on the slider. That's 4 for Dempster. He's been sharp today.
Come on, everybody. Gonna have a good time tonight.
Come in for a great time at Olive Garden. Enjoy our new carbonara ravioli with chicken for just $10.95. Pancetta and Parmesan-filled ravioli served with pan-seared chicken and creamy Parmesan sauce.
Family affair.
Or with sautéed shrimp for $12.95. Both with unlimited breadsticks and salad or homemade soup. A great meal sure to end with a smile. Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
I have COPD.
If you have it, you know how hard it can be to breathe and what that feels like. COPD includes chronic bronchitis and emphysema. Spiriva helps control my COPD symptoms by keeping my airways open a full 24 hours. Plus, it reduces COPD flare-ups. Spiriva is the only once-daily inhaled COPD maintenance treatment that does both, and it's steroid-free.
Spiriva does not replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms. Tell your doctor if you have kidney problems, glaucoma, trouble urinating, or an enlarged prostate. These may worsen with Spiriva. Discuss all medicines you take, even eye drops. Stop taking Spiriva and call your doctor right away if your breathing suddenly worsens, your throat or tongue swells, you get hives, vision changes or eye pain, or problems passing urine. Other side effects include dry mouth and constipation.
Nothing can reverse COPD. Spiriva helps me breathe better.
Breathing with COPD is no small thing. Ask your doctor about Spiriva.
After we stay 2 times at a hotel, who wants a free night? Free night, free night.
You ask for free, we give you free. Right now, when you stay 2 separate times at any of these Choice Hotels, you'll earn 1 night free. Book today at choicehotels.com.
White Sox, Tigers, Sunday 1 East, 10 West on WGN America.
When you play the Wheel of Fortune instant game from the Illinois Lottery, you could win one of 5 top prizes of $250,000 or one of over 52,000 additional prizes ranging from $50 to $1,000 instantly.
Brian Dempster trying to get over 500 for the first time this season after a very tough start. He's been a lot better since that rough first month. Working with a 2-0 lead today. Came in with a 241 over his last 6 outings. That guy's a Cub fan. I'm just guessing. I'm proud of it. Got him on a fastball. Time now for the Chevy Youth Baseball League of the Game. Today, we recognize Crystal Lake Chevrolet for its support of Crystal Lake Little League. Crystal Lake Chevrolet and your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are supporting leagues and young ball players in their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball program. From the big leagues to the youth leagues, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball. Barrett with a nice play, and same for Infante. That didn't hurt as much for Lance Barrett as the ball that got John Hirschbeck the other day in Pittsburgh. Whew. Oh my. He went down in a heap.
Now, needless to say, you don't ever want to get hit anywhere with a foul ball or a pitch in the dirt, but there are certain areas that you recover from more quickly. Let's just put it that way.
That's a strike on a curve at 75.
Now, we've seen more of those curve balls in the last couple of innings from Ricky Nolasco. In the early part of the game, relied mostly on his fastball slider change-up splitter combination, but we're starting to see more of those slow curveballs rolled up there in the middle of the plate.
One and two. Pounded on the ground and is charged by Bonifacio as Nolasco makes quick work of the Cubs in the fifth. Well, we talked about lefties as righties and righties as lefties. There's Starlin Castro as a lefty. Don't run to third, Starlin.
Finally, there's a choice for my patients with an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, or AFib, that's not caused by a heart valve problem.
Today we have Pradaxa to reduce the risk of a stroke caused by a clot. In a clinical trial, Pradaxa 150 milligrams reduced stroke risk 35% more than warfarin. And with Pradaxa, there's no need for those regular blood tests.
Pradaxa is progress.
Pradaxa can cause serious, sometimes fatal bleeding. Don't take Pradaxa if you have abnormal bleeding, and seek immediate medical care for unexpected signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising.
Pradaxa may increase your bleeding risk if you're 75 or older, have kidney problems or a bleeding condition like stomach ulcers, or if you take aspirin products, NSAIDs, or blood thinners.
Tell your doctor about all medicines you take, any planned medical or dental procedures, and don't stop taking Pradaxa without your doctor's approval, as stopping may increase your stroke risk.
Other side effects include indigestion, stomach pain, upset, or burning.
If you have AFib not caused by a heart valve problem, ask your doctor if Pradaxa can reduce your risk of a stroke.
At Bayer, we're reinventing aspirin for pain relief with new extra-strength Bayer Advanced Aspirin. It has microparticles, enters the bloodstream faster, and rushes relief to the site of pain. It's clinically proven to relieve pain twice as fast. New Bayer Advanced Aspirin.
2-0 Cubs. Let's check out the Cubs' upcoming schedule, brought to you by Lincoln. It's not just luxury. It's smarter than that. Feel smarter at Lincoln.com. 2 more after today in this series, and then the Phillies are in, and you can catch Monday night's game, WGN Sports on the U. Roy Halladay and Rodrigo Lopez on the mound. Buck, Nolasco, and Bonifacio. Well, we talked about it right off the top, whether or not Carlos Marmol, if a save opportunity arises, would get that chance today. And the odds are, if the Cubs lead late, there will be a save chance. You just base it on what's happened lately. Cubs continue to play tight games. 13 of their last 14 have been decided by 3 or fewer runs. Buck chased as he'll strike out. Soto will complete the play by throwing to first. The answer from the manager when we talked to him around 10:30, 10:45 was, I don't know yet.
That's one of the touchier things you have to deal with as a major league manager is when your closer struggles. We've talked about it in the past. There's nothing more devastating than to have a game that you feel you have in hand, your bullpen lined up exactly the way you plan, and then your closer comes in and gives it all away in that 9th inning. Those are devastating losses. A tremendous outing by Matt Garza, 7 strong innings. And the question as to whether you bring the guy back the next day, there's a lot of different schools of thought. You get him right back on that bicycle, get him back out on the bump, let him try to work it out there on the mound. We mentioned earlier maybe he would benefit from a day in the bullpen to work on his mechanics and keep him out of a close ball game. But I don't know if there is a right or a wrong answer. It really depends on the individual. You've got to know the personality of that closer. What kind of guy is he? How's he going to respond to adversity? And what's the best plan of attack? And I think as of 10:30 this morning, Mike Quaddy wasn't sure which direction to go.
I had a long chat with Carlos on the bench, and he was the same guy he is every single day. Said he's not going to change his routine. I think the 4-day layoff might have played into it a little bit, but no excuses. He said, I'm not perfect. Got to forget about it and move on.
Don't miss the action as the Cubs host the Astros on Friday, July 22nd here at Wrigley Field. Game time is 1:20, but be sure to arrive early. The first 10,000 adults 21 and older will receive a Cubs tumbler, compliments of Budweiser. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
I'd tumble for you, partner. You know that.
Is that Boy George?
It was, yes. I think technically Culture Club.
Culture Club.
But yeah. Boy George would have been the singer.
Scary that I know that.
It's kind of scary I said it, but too late now. 1-1.
See, I faked like I didn't know for sure, and when you jumped in and confirmed it, it kind of got me off the hook a little bit.
Right. Ball and 2 strikes. Boy, the only base runner allowed by Ryan Dempster in this game was a 2-out double to the pitcher. The last go back in the 3rd inning. That's it.
Well, there really haven't been many loud outs in this game against Ryan Dempster. A lot of easy ground balls, especially to Aramis Ramirez at third base. A lot of lazy fly balls to right field.
And a 14-game heading streak for Bonifacio. And even though it's 2-0, he still might be itching to run. They try to make some things happen to get on the board.
Not a bad pitch by Dempster. Slider down below the bottom of the strike zone. Bonifacio just kind of drug his bat through the zone, hooked it through that right side for a 2-out base hit.
More birthday wishes today. Happy 12th to Reed Burke, Cub fan from Florida. Watching here today. Get well wishes to Joshua Gilbert, watching on WGN America in Rapid City, South Dakota. Strike to Infante, who would love to make up for the error that led to 2 Cubs runs in the 4th inning. Had to give it to somebody, either Infante or Stanton, and he decided to hang it on the second baseman. Fossey with just a little bit of a flinch.
I think that play that Bonifacio was hung with the air falls into that category that we talk about all the time, the team error. It looked like Stanton or Bonifacio, either one of them could have made the play, but neither one did. But the pitcher shouldn't be penalized for that. I'm not sure how you determine that Bonifacio was the one that gets hung with the air, when on a replay it clearly showed that Mike Stanton was calling him off coming in from right field.
1 strike. Tying run at the plate with 2 outs here in the 6th. Another throw over there, and he threw it away. It would be an error on Ryan.
Just a bad throw from Dempster. No other way to explain that one. The Cubs pitchers as a whole have really done very little to help themselves defensively this year. We talked about Matt Garza and his 5 errors.
Barney with the shades down makes the catch, and the inning is over. A hit, an error. Oh,
there you go.
They're good. Cubs baseball is brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball, and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Taste.
Great save, kid. You deserve this.
Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball.
We're in the mood for amazing seafood tonight. Pan-seared just for us. Anybody? You know, sizzling shrimp and scallops.
Perfectly seared tilapia, made to order. On an all-you-can-eat dinner buffet.
For around $10. Heads up.
Only Golden Corral would serve up endless made-to-order pan-seared seafood. It's incredible shrimp, tilapia, and scallops with your choice of amazing sauces. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10.
$10? Bam!
Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
Kids love pizza, but will they love the Domino's specialty pizza that adults want?
It's a Philly cheesesteak pizza. Come on, it's got peppers and onions.
Try it.
No.
That's for grown-ups. What's grown-up about it?
This next one's my favorite.
Cheese.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
No.
Make everyone happy. Order any large specialty pizza and you can get a medium one-topping pizza the kids will love for only $5.
Yum!
Oh.
Cubs lead 2-0 on a couple of unearned runs. Ramos Ramirez takes a slider low. He's 0 for 2. A hot day in the sun today. Again, a lake breeze keeping it a bit cool here upstairs in the shade. Checked his swing. Fortunately, didn't catch him in the hand. It caught the handle of the bat for a foul ball. 2-1. Ball was up and it's fouled back. 2-2. Yankees were blown out last night. Rough start for Bartolo Colon. Freddie Garcia will face Brandon Morrow. Yankees and Blue Jays. Freddie Garcia with a 3.13 ERA. And he's working on 5 consecutive quality starts. Ramirez with a leadoff single. No Jose Bautista in the Blue Jay lineup tonight. Time now for our Honda game summary. Marlins with just 2 hits. A Ricky Nolasco double and an Emilio Bonifacio single, and the Cubs 2 runs coming on an error by second baseman Omar Infante. Visit your local Honda dealer today to test drive the 2011 Honda Cross Tour, available with 4-wheel drive. Oh man,
sing along.
What can of worms did we open? Nightmares about this song.
Well, the thing is, the guys in the truck were listening to that before we even mentioned it. Ball 1 on Carlos Pena. Pena got a base hit through the right side in his last at bat back in the 4th inning, and the Marlins are the one team we've played against this year that don't use that exaggerated pull shift when Pena is at the plate. Second baseman Omar Infante was positioned at a normal second base position, maybe a step or two to pull, but as Cub fans know, normally that second baseman is out in shallow right field and over close toward the line. And if Infante were positioned in that spot, that ground ball by Pena would have been right to him.
Big leg kick in the 1-1. Bottom fell out of that changeup.
That's been his go-to pitch against Carlos Pena so far in this ball game. When he struck him out back in the 1st inning, it was on that straight changeup. That time jumps ahead in the count with the off-speed pitch.
I think at this point, it's kind of like Ryan Dempster. The changeup splitter, it's really all one pitch. Velasco's change is essentially the splitter. Whatever it is, it moves a lot.
Yeah. And it's funny, you talk to different pitchers who throw the split-fingered fastball, and some of them will just call it a changeup. Other guys will call it a split finger. It really is of no consequence one way or the other. It's an off-speed pitch. The splitter occasionally will have a little bit more downward movement than the straight changeup, but we've seen a lot of pitchers this year that throw their changeup with tremendous downward movement.
Yeah, and I do think Nolasco's, that pitch we just saw, was a little more downward movement than most. And the grip appeared to be the split finger fastball, as they call it. There's a breaking ball and a foul tip, strike 3. A wide array of options, that repertoire. That's his 5th punch out. Join Keith Moreland, Bob Dernier, and Mike Quaddy Tuesday, July 19th from 1 to 2 p.m. for a live WGN Radio Cubs Corner broadcast and lunch from Wildfire, Chicago. Tickets are $50. Call 312-787-9000 today. Bird batting with 1 on and 1 out. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game with a double and a run. How about that play by John Buck?
Boy, I've said it many times. Yeah, there's no such thing as a bad block, but this is a lucky block. That ball hits way out in front of home plate. He comes up out of his crouch, turns his head to the side a little bit, just puts his glove out in front to protect himself, and the ball hit him right in the pocket.
Soft liner caught by Bonifacio, timed his leap nicely and made the grab, and robbed Marlin of his 3rd hit.
A soft floater into center field for a base hit in the 2nd, a line drive to right field for a double in the 4th, and this time Bonifacio goes up the ladder to rob him of his 3rd base hit of the game.
Humbling game. You go 4 for 4 one night. You make 3 outs in your first 2 at bats the next day. That's why guys hated Tony Gwynn. They didn't hate him because he was a bad guy. They hated him because he would follow up 4 for 4 with 3 for 4, and then 2 for 4, then maybe an 0 for 3 with a walk. Then he'd go 4 for 5. Right?
Oh, yeah. Believe me, I saw it firsthand.
Yeah, you'd say, how does he do it? He can drop in a 4-hit game every once in a while, but he just hit every single day. Cameron will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Leadoff single goes to waste, but the Cubs lead 2-zip after 6.
Christine, you made it. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Black. Tonight, 8 East, 5 West.
Welcome back, Bud Light Port Paradise.
Here we go. Anything to declare?
No. What have you heard?
No. Well, we were, No.
It just may be the best time to never talk about. Bud Light Port Paradise with 2 cruise ships, 1,000 shipmates, and 1 private island concert. Find out how to get on board at facebook.com/Bud Light. Here we go. What is that?
We've discovered the original sporting seal in our grandfather's attic.
All right, let her rip.
We knew we were onto something. Just throw that thing over your back and you could just shoot down any hill. And you get the sky and you get the sun and the trees. Taking your product and making it a reality is really what it's all about. I'm Billy Smith, and I started my business with LegalZoom.
We created LegalZoom to help people start their business and launch their dreams. Go to LegalZoom.com today and make your business dream a reality. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Don't worry, Lucky. These Wheat Thins Crunch Sticks will save us. Look!
Wheat Thins Crunch Sticks. Try our new flavors.
Good news, men use soap. Bad news, men use soap that can really dry their skin. Fear not, Dove Men Plus Care is here. It's the bar with 1/4 moisturizing cream, so it cleans and leaves skin feeling moisturized. Dove Men Plus Care.
Let's take a look at today's Bud Fan Cam. One of the bands that will be playing at Lollapalooza soon with Starlight. That's our Bud Fan Cam. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds.
7th inning, Ryan Dempster's still working with a 2-0 lead. Matt Garza's 7 shutout frames last night. Got a tough no decision. 1 strike on All-Star first baseman Gabby Sanchez. That caught the outside edge. 0-2. Foul pop back to the seats. Star of Storage Wars, Barry Weiss, will conduct the 7th inning stretch coming up. Hook foul on the ground. Pretty neat for Gabby Sanchez. Not only was he an all-star, but a couple of guys he played collegiately with also were all-stars. Ryan Braun, we mentioned, was injured. And Cleveland closer Chris Perez. Speaking of the University of Miami, the Cubs announced yesterday outfielder Zeke DeVos out of Miami, 3rd-round pick, has signed with the Cubs. Turns 21 on Sunday. Just finished his sophomore year at Miami. Switch hitter, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Dempster continues to be sharp with all of his pitches. Been around the strike zone or in the strike zone pretty much all day, unless he chooses to try to lead some of these Marlins hitters out of the zone. Just an 89-mile-an-hour fastball, but set it up well, able to blow it right by Sanchez.
Hanley Ramirez now. A little bit Raleigh Fingers-like. Somewhat of a handlebar mustache. Splitter for strike one. 1-1.
That's one way to make sure it stays in foul territory. You don't necessarily have to bend over and pick it up. You just have to make contact with the ball in foul territory before it becomes an official foul ball. That time, Ryan Dempster just booted it over against the railing of the Cubs dugout.
Although Ramirez didn't run, and I think he knew it was going to be foul. At least he calculated the chances it would be foul or fair and decided to stop. Outside 2-2. Morrison on deck. Well, that's the thing about this series and last night. You just take away this inning, 6 today, 8 yesterday. That's 14 scoreless innings in which the Marlins did very little. And then they put up a 6th spot in the 9th to come back and win game 1.
Well, in the 9th inning in which they did very little.
Well, took a lot of walks, scored 6 runs on 3 hits. Dempster wanted that one, didn't get the call. Let's see where Pitch Tracks had it.
Right on the outside edge of the plate. Right where the target was.
Swing and a miss. Got him on the splitty. 8 now for Dempster. The one and only Sir Paul McCartney's coming to Wrigley Field Sunday, July 31st. Monday, August 1st as well. Treat your best customers and guests to the ultimate VIP experience in a private suite at the friendly confines for these historic shows. Mezzanine suites are limited and available now. Call 773-404-4200 for more details and to book your suite today. Pitch, a bouncer. Barney comes in, and Dempster with a 2-hit shutout through 7, 2-0.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Storage Wars, Barry Weiss.
All right, fans, let me hear you. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One-A-Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure. Whoa. Kind of makes your heart race, huh?
If you have psoriasis, you know how it feels. The itching, the redness, the flaking skin. As a doctor, I recommend psoriasin. It's strong medicine that relieves stubborn symptoms and helps prevent recurrence. Psoriasin for complete symptom relief.
Charcoal went out already? Forget it.
There's more barbecue time in every bag of Kingsford charcoal. Kingsford. Slow down and grill.
You do look good. Well, if you insist. How can I say no to you? You know my weakness. Real good. You're so sweet. You're so salty. Irresistible.
Giving in to snacks? There's a better way to satisfy your cravings twice a day with Special K. Enjoy something sweet and something salty and still stay on track. So go ahead and embrace snacking with Special K.
Ricky Nolasco still working for the Marlins. Pitchers duel today. 2 runs for the Cubs, but they were unearned. As Alfonso Soriano, it's a towering fly ball to deep left. Morrison over into the corner, and it's going to land foul. Wind pushed it foul. Barry Weiss, star of Storage Wars. Nice job in the 7th inning stretch.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me here in Chicago. It really is a big honor just to come out and do it. I was here for the first time when I was about 10 years old, and I love this place.
Well, it's a beautiful day to be here. There's no question about that.
Indeed.
Tapper foul. So give us a concept of Storage Wars.
Well, what we do is actually we go out and bid on abandoned storage auctions, and the contents within can be any number of things. That's the thing we don't know, and it's been a lot of fun doing it. It really has. And some of the stuff we find, I can't believe.
Like, what's the weirdest? I mean, this is a family show.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest item you've found recently?
Well, I mean, one of my favorites actually is one that a little miniature pocket spittoon.
A pocket spittoon?
Yeah, I'd never actually seen one, but I mean, a lot of the stuff that we find is it's hard to believe that people actually would pay storage on some of it, but they do.
What would someone pay for a pocket spittoon?
Not someone. I actually paid about $400.
Really?
And
ground ball to third, picked up by Bonifacio. Away.
I don't know if it was one of the better deals I've ever made, but I keep a lot of the stuff that I find, especially if it's unusual.
Yeah, I've seen the show, Barry, and I know that most of your competitors on that show have secondhand shops or thrift shops, and you're more of a collector. You're looking for kind of the unique things.
Well, if it appears as if I don't take it as serious as the other guys, it's probably because I don't. But I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Those guys actually do make their living from it, and I don't. And I'm glad I don't.
Well, thanks for stopping by. Nice job with the stretch.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me.
Welcome back to Wrigley.
Thank you, pal.
Thanks, Barry.
I appreciate it.
Good luck, Barry.
Thank you, guys.
1-0 pitch. Big swing by Barney. Fouled it back. Ryan Dempster is on deck. Nobody up in the Cubs bullpen, so he's going to bat and get the 8th.
I was hoping maybe Barry would stop by my condo later. I'll sell him everything in the front closet. I don't even know what's in there.
Whatever it is, you can have it.
You can have it.
Yeah. They got him. Called strike 3. And here comes Dempster for the 3rd time. It's the kind of handshake that you only get a chance to make a mistake once.
Yeah.
And that'll end.
That's one you need to work on before you try to break it out during a game.
Uh-huh. Dempster sitting on 99 pitches through 7. And has been as good as we've seen him pretty much all year.
Well, remember, Ryan Dempster had some extra time off before his last start in Pittsburgh, where the plug was pulled early. And he's going to line one into center field for a base hit here.
And his start before that was tremendous. 8 innings, 1 run against the Giants.
Yeah, swing that bat, good things can happen. Not a picture perfect swing, but managed to get the barrel on it, hit that little soft liner into straightaway center field.
See Sanchez playing behind Dempster. 2 outs here in the Cubs 7. An outside ball, 1 to Kosuke. Curveball strike at 74.
And the Marlins defensively apparently expecting Kosuke to hit the ball to the opposite field. Mike Cameron shaded several steps over into the gap in left center, leaving Mike Stanton with a lot of ground to cover out there in right center and right field.
It's dropped by the catcher Buck. Randy Choate, the lefty, right now just watching. Burke Badenhop, the right-hander, appears to be ready if needed. Both guys going with the old school authentic stirrups. Deep breath by Nolasco before the 1-2 pitch, and he got him on a curve to end the inning. Through 7, Cubs 2, Marlins nothing.
I feel like you're going to say something else right there, and then you stopped, right?
In New Orleans, we know how to throw a party. In the UFC, we know how to kick back.
Throwing over 3,000 Bud Light contest winners, and here we go.
Bud Light's giving away thousands of trips to New Orleans for the Bud Light UFC Battle on the Bayou. Get in on the action at Facebook.com/Bud Light or wherever Bud Light is sold.
It's the surest sign of fight night. Here we go.
Who's searching for you? You can find out right now for free. Go to mylife.com, the internet's leading people search site. Just type in your name and see if someone is searching for you right now for free. Go to mylife.com. Who's searching for you?
After we stay 2 times at a hotel, who wants a free night? Free night, free night.
You ask for free, we give you free. Right now, when you stay 2 separate times at any of these Choice hotels, you'll earn 1 night free. Book today at choicehotels.com.
Say hello to the new Mango Pineapple Real Fruit Smoothies from McCafe. Bursting with fresh flavors and blended with creamy low-fat yogurt. The simple joy of exotic refreshment.
Let's take a look at our BMW Ultimate Drive. Check out this swing.
Hey, when you only have 2 hits going into the at-bat, that is an ultimate drive for Ryan Dempster, his 3rd knock of the year.
Brought to you by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana BMW dealers. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Change for the Cubs. Reed Johnson comes in for defense in left in the place of Alfonso Soriano. Dempster starts the inning. Nobody up in the bullpen. Has been in command throughout. He's allowed 2 hits, 2 base runners for that matter. Both reached second, but neither scored. Mike Stanton called strike. Now, one thing, Bob, that could happen today, if Dempster can get through the 8th, it might allow Mike Quade to use Sean Marshall in the 9th and not really have to worry about using Carlos Marmol. Now you got Kerry Wood, who has struggled at times lately, but my guess, it's only a guess, is that if Dempster gets through this 8th and it's 2-0 in the 9th, that it would be Sean Marshall today. That's a pure guess on my part. Sean with a quick 1-2-3 8th last night. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 8 strikeouts for Ryan Dempster.
We saw this with Mike Stanton in the ball game last night. He just has a hard time laying off of high fastballs. Ryan Dempster apparently was paying very close attention to Matt Garza's start last night. He too goes to the high fastball and gets a swinging strike.
The other option would be Dempster finishes it. You don't use any bullpen. That's actually a more ideal situation for all involved, because then the manager doesn't even have to answer the bullpen question.
Yeah, and as far as Sean Marshall goes, I mean, you look at this Marlins lineup. They do have one switch hitter at the top in Bonifacio. As that ball's lifted in the air to right center, looks like Fukudome is going to make the play. 2 down. Logan Morrison, the only left-handed hitter in this lineup, but that doesn't really matter to Sean Marshall. He's actually held righties to a lower batting average this year than lefties.
John Buck with Greg Dobbs, the Marlins 9th inning hero last night, on deck, and he would only bat in this inning as the tying run. Buck would have to reach. Inside. Dobbs with a 2-run double, and on that play the error by Barney allowed the game-winning run to score. And he will come up as the tying run. And Dwayne Wise will pinch run for Buck.
You generally don't see a manager pinch run at first base with 2 outs in an inning, especially trailing by 2 runs. But you mentioned it earlier, Jack McKeon, he's got a very specific idea of what he wants to do and how he thinks the game should go, given the personnel that he has available on a given day. So he does not hesitate to send the pinch runner out there to first base with 2 outs.
Kerry Wood and Sean Marshall are up. Dobbs hitting for the starter Nolasco, who's really good today, gave up 2 runs. They were unearned.
That double in the game by Dobbs last night. Gave him 6 pinch hits on the season in 15 at bats. He's driven in 7 runs with his 6 pinch hits.
Since 2005, he leads baseball with 55 RBIs as a pinch hitter. And he's second in a bunch of other categories to his teammate, Wes Helms. Hits, doubles.
Pretty good 1-2 punch off the bench. I had a chance to talk to Dobbs before the ball game today about his at-bat against Carlos Marmol, and he said he was really kind of messed up in the head as he got in the batter's box. Normally, he likes to come off the bench and swing at the first thing that's close to that strike zone, but he said, I saw Carlos struggling. I saw he couldn't get his slider over the plate. I knew that was his bread and butter pitch, so for the first time in a long time, Dobbs went to the plate with the idea of taking until he got a strike.
There goes Wise, and there's a base hit into left. Chases Reed Johnson over near the side wall, and now runners at first and third for Bonifacio. Back-to-back two-out singles. First time all day they've had two runners on.
Nice play by Reed Johnson to hustle that ball back into second base and keep that potential tying run at first, not allow him to get into scoring position. Ball was hit close to that left field line. Reed gets to it quickly, gathers himself, and fires it with everything he has back into second base, understanding that that's the tying run. You want to keep him on first base if at all possible.
Brian Peterson will run for Dobbs. Peterson, an outfielder, making his first appearance in this series. Bonifacio now with a career best 14-game hitting streak. He's 1 for 3, and that fastball misses outside. Bonifacio shows bunt and takes a strike. Two and one. Down for a borderline strike on the second pitch. It'd be 3-0. There's Infante on deck. Marshall and Wood are ready, as Mike Quaddy gives his starter a chance to get out of this inning. By far the biggest threat for the Marlins, and it comes with 2 outs. Ramirez in on the grass at third. The 2-1 pitch. Barney will underhand to Pena, and Dempster gets through the 8th with a shutout intact. 2-0 Cubs.
Ted, tonight we're gonna go out. We're gonna meet some ladies. It's gonna be legendary. Phone 5.
Tonight, 9 East, 6 West.
What's up, Smart?
Oh, just booked a summer vacay.
Ooh, sounds pricey.
Nah. With the Hotels.com summer sale, you can find awesome deals for places nearby.
Interesting. Wow. I'm blown away.
You look great.
Hotels.com summer sale. Save up to 30% and get a free Kindle. Hotels.com. Be smart, book smart.
We're in the mood for amazing seafood tonight.
Pan-seared just for us. Anybody? You know, sizzling shrimp and scallops.
Perfectly seared tilapia, made to order. On an all-you-can-eat dinner buffet.
For around $10. Heads up. Only
Golden Corral would serve up endless made-to-order pan-seared seafood. It's incredible shrimp, tilapia, and scallops with your choice of amazing sauces. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10.
$10? Bam!
Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
As your love has evolved, so have your gifts. From I like you, I really like you. I love you. I will always love you. And sometimes a gift says you mean more to me than anything else in the world. Life insurance from New York Life ensures your loved ones will always be taken care of. With 166 years of financial strength, it's the most selfless gift you can give. New York Life, the company you keep.
Sunday, Canerco and the Sox pay a visit to Cabrera and Detroit. White Sox, Tigers. Sunday, 1 East, 10 West on WGN America.
Watch the Cubs take on the Phillies Wednesday, July 20th at 1:20 here at Wrigley Field. Be sure to arrive early. The first 10,000 fans get a Cubs chip and dip platter. Compliments of Frito-Lay. For more info and to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com. Brett Hayes will come in and catch after Buck was removed for the pinch runner, and Burke Badenhop will do the pitching. Saw Badenhop last night, third of an inning. Carlos Marmol apparently is going to get the ninth. Manager showing confidence in him, getting him right back out there.
Well, what a stellar outing by Ryan Dempster today. He was really good. Not even very many hard hit balls in this game against Dempster.
Well, if Jack McKeon manages today like he did last night, he's got Randy Choate that he can use to face Carlos Pena with 2 outs. So even if Badenhop gets the first 2 guys in the inning, he may not get a third. Dempster has whittled his ERA down to 4.68. It's taken all season just to get it back into a respectable area after that very tough month of April. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Can't get enough of those 2 notes? Catch a marathon of Law & Order: Criminal Intent. Saturday starting at 1 East, 10 West on WGN America.
Aramis Ramirez with 1 out, ball 1. Dempster's ERA going into May was 9.58. Since June 3rd, when it was 6.32, it has gone down pretty much every start, save for his last one, since. I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan didn't even look at his ERA for the first couple months. I don't think it would have done any good.
That's where you really have to focus on the big picture.
Yep.
You know, understand that you've got a lot of games left to pitch, a lot of innings left to pitch, and if you go out there and execute your pitches, do what you're supposed to do, get some help from your defense and offense, those numbers will get back to respectability, maybe even better than that.
Fly ball to right. Stanton went back, now comes in with the wind pushing that ball back toward the infield. Bob, let's look at our Xfinity HD shots of the game. Ryan Dempster was on his game today.
Yeah, really used his off-speed pitches effectively, and that set up some fastballs that he threw right by some pretty good fastball hitters at 89, 90 miles an hour. Well, when you have everything working on a given day, there's no way a hitter can get in that box and anticipate any pitch in any situation. That was where Ryan Dempster had the Marlins today. They were guessing every pitch.
Cubs baseball brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Randy Choate is on. We'll be back.
At eHarmony, we think you're incredibly complex, and we find that fascinating. It's your most intriguing feature. That's why we spend so much time getting to know all the details that make you, you. Because we don't match you on the little things, we match you on the important things. It's why eHarmony gives you a better chance at finding that someone who is uniquely right for you. Let us help you find the love of your life. Start on eHarmony today with your free personality profile.
Boy, I'm glad we got Aflac, huh?
Aflac?
Oh, I've just got major medical.
Major medical.
But helps pay the doctors.
Pays the doctors, boy! Huh?
Oh, yeah? What about your family? We added Aflac, so we get cash. It's like our safety net. To help with the mortgage or whatever we need. So my family doesn't feel the pain, too.
Help protect your family at Aflac.com.
Okay, people, show me the best way to design a vacation on a budget with Expedia. Make it work. Booking a flight by itself is an uh-oh. See if we can stitch together a better deal. That's a hint, Antoine. Ooh, see what Anandra did? Booking your flight and hotel at the same time gets you prices hotels and airlines won't let Expedia show separately. Book it. Major wow factor. Where you book matters. Expedia.
Randy Choate facing Carlos Pena. 2 outs, nobody on.
All right, Choate's been really good this year. That way low 3/4 arm angle, sinking, tailing fastball, and a hard slider.
Guys, former teammates with the Tampa Bay Rays, Choate and Pena. Not a lot of secrets. Held up on the breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, assuming it's Carlos Marmol who's still getting loose in the bullpen in the 9th, he'll face 2, 3, and 4 Infante, Sanchez, and Ramirez in the Marlins order. And those were the 3 guys Kerry Wood faced when he replaced Marmol last night. Two and 2 with Marlon Byrd on deck. Choate has a sign from Hayes, and he got him. Swing and a miss to end the inning. Here comes the 9th. Carlos Marmol back on the horse today.
Bone Speak 101. Keep it technical.
Avulsions to the tissue at the maxillary and mandibular incisors.
You speak English? And of course, never skip a detail.
Debris embedded in the remains suggests an explosion.
So does that giant hole in the wall there.
Night tonight, boys. I'll be the designated driver.
I have COPD. If you have it, you know how hard it can be to breathe and what that feels like. COPD includes chronic bronchitis and emphysema. Spiriva helps control my COPD symptoms by keeping my airways open a full 24 hours. Plus, it reduces COPD flare-ups. Spiriva is the only once-daily inhaled COPD maintenance treatment that does both, and it's steroid-free.
Spiriva does not replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms. Tell your doctor if you have kidney problems, glaucoma, trouble urinating, or an enlarged prostate. These may worsen with Spiriva. Discuss all medicines you take, even eye drops. Stop taking Spiriva and call your doctor right away if your breathing suddenly worsens, your throat or tongue swells, you get hives, vision changes or eye pain, or problems passing urine. Other side effects include dry mouth and constipation.
Nothing can reverse COPD. Spiriva helps me breathe better.
Breathing with COPD is no small thing. Ask your doctor about Spiriva.
For his last 3 outings, Carlos Marmol's ERA has gone up from 2.63 to 3.64. And he has not struck out a batter over his last 5 outings. But today's a new day as he'll face Omar Infante to start the 9th.
I think that's the most surprising stat of all that we've given you here, is the fact that he's not struck out a batter in his last 5 outings. I think that speaks to the lack of consistency on that slider. He continues to search for that good release point, those good mechanics that will allow him to throw that pitch repeatedly in the strike zone.
Marlins are probably in a take one mentality, which they were last night, meaning take a strike before essentially starting your at bat. 1-0 on Infante. 2-0. Back-to-back sliders. Fastball off the plate. 3-0.
Looks like Mike Waddy's not going to wait as long today as he did in the ball game last night. Sean Marshall grabbing a ball, getting ready to start cranking it up.
Low for ball 4.
Yeah, 3 pitches off the outside corner. The final one below the bottom of the strike zone for ball 4. In words of encouragement from his teammates. Carlos trying to psych himself up out there on the mound.
Gabby Sanchez, line to right, struck out twice. And a strike. A little Mark the Bird Fidrich here in the 9th. Just trying to talk himself through it. Fouled back. I don't think there's any question, partner, they're taking a strike. And that's when they're going to work here. First swing of the inning coming after a strike. It's all about leverage, isn't it? Well, you get ahead in the count, you'll get guys to chase those pitches that are well off the plate.
That changes everything.
Yep.
I use that term all the time, expanding the strike zone. When that hitter's behind in the count, he's got to respect that you might throw something on the corners of the plate. And when you can throw a pitch like that, a slider that just leaks off the outside corner, the hitter's got to be ready to protect. Very defensive swing this time by Sanchez, just able to get a piece right off the very end of the bat.
Popped it up on the left side. Caught by Castro. Big first out for Carlos Marmol. Here comes Hanley Ramirez.
I think this outing today for Carlos Marmol has as much to do with what's going on between his ears as it does with his mechanics and what his pitches are doing as they get into the hitting zone. Hey, when you've had a rough outing like he had last night and come out and walk the first hitter the next day, you hear the boos from your own home fans here at Wrigley Field. That's when you've really got to be mentally tough and find that focus and concentration that's necessary in order to execute your pitches.
2-0. That's a strike. 2-1.
Borderline low slider on the 2-0 count. Right at the bottom of the kneecaps.
Didn't get that one. 3-1 on Hanley Ramirez. Morrison, a left-handed batter, is on deck. Slider, strike 2.
He's been all around it, working the edges of that strike zone. I don't think by design. That's just the way it's worked out in this particular at bat.
38,391 getting on their feet for a 3-2 pitch, and that's going to find the gap. Cubs playing the no doubles. Ramirez on his way to second. Tag applied. They got him. I'd say no doubles. Ramirez trying to get into scoring position, and Marlon Byrd nailed him. A huge defensive play.
Byrd playing extremely deep in center field. Strong throw to second base. Horrible slide by Hanley. Ramirez actually took himself right into that tag at second base.
So the tying run is at the plate, not in scoring position. Well, that's why you play back in that no doubles, to keep that big base runner out of scoring position. And really the theory is that he doesn't even try it, but he tried it and he got nailed.
Yeah, if the outfielder hustles to the ball, can cut it off before it gets all the way to the wall, and then get off a strong, accurate throw, you can keep that guy off second base, as Marlon Byrd just demonstrated.
2-1 on Morrison. Two and two. Carlos Zambrano will come off the DL and start tomorrow afternoon. Everybody in that dugout pulling hard for the closer, Carlos Marmol. Especially that guy. Well, he hasn't gotten a swing and a miss, I don't think, the entire inning, but he's a pitch away from getting out of it with no damage at all. Close, didn't get it. 3-2. Mike Stanton on deck. We'll do it again. That one almost got a piece of Mike Quaddy. That did actually. Able to smile even in a time of stress.
You would think that a fastball would be called for it here. Just a steady diet of sliders to Logan Morrison, starting to catch up a little bit more to each one.
Another slider.
Of course, we know Marmol has more confidence in his ability to throw that slider around the strike zone than he does with the fastball. But all things being equal, I think a fastball up in the zone right now, he could blow it right past Logan Morrison for strike 3.
Morrison certainly in swing mode here, trying to protect. Another slider and a line drive base hit to make it 2-1. Morrison big turn. Kosuke briefly bobbled but recovered quickly and got it back in, and that's going to be it for Carlos Marmol, it appears. Yep. Sean Marshall will come in. Went to the well too many times, didn't he?
11 pitches in that at bat. I believe they were all sliders. I can't remember back to the beginning of the at bat, but I think they were all sliders.
So the tying run is at first. It'll be Marshall against Stanton when we come back.
I feel like you're going to say something else right there, and then he stops, right?
When you're looking for a twist, crack open a Bud Light Lime. It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control. The great taste of Bud Light with a twist. Bud Light Lime. All the refreshment of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. It's Bud Light with a twist.
Yeah, that's the stuff. How I Met Your Mother has a lot of backstory that's always being filled in and carried on throughout the episode. It's just little tiny details, like, you know, that Robin has the pendant that looks like a handgun that you see before they reveal that she's a gun nut.
Ted is kind of against guns.
And it's funny even if you haven't watched every episode 80 times, but it's funnier if you have.
You've got Morrison, the runner at first. Don't forget that big outfield assist by Marlon Byrd to get Hanley Ramirez as second. That play looming very large here in the ninth. This would be the 4th career save for Marshall. He faces Mike Stanton. Outside, ball 1. Morrison not a stolen base threat. He only has 1 steal in his short major league career, covering 132 games. 1-1. down the left field line. Reed Johnson coming over, and he will not have a play. About 10 rows up. One strike away yet again. Times in this spot, Marshall break out the fastball as he likes to work backwards. We'll see what he does here with Stanton. The pitch went with a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Cubs win. Sean Marshall comes on, strikes out Mike Stanton, and the Cubs hang on 2-1 as Ryan Dempster gets the win. Marlon Byrd with a huge defensive play in the ninth. It wasn't easy, but they got it done.
A win is a win is a win. Take them however you can get them right now. And you're absolutely right about that. Marlon Byrd defensive play maybe saved the game.
So the Cubs even up the series at a game apiece. 2-1 the final today. We'll have more from Wrigley Field in a moment.
It's brilliant.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One A Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure. Whoa. Kind of makes your heart race, huh?
Boy, I'm glad we got Aflac, huh?
Aflac.
Oh, I've just got major medical.
Major medical.
But helps pay the doctors.
Pays the doctors, boy.
Oh, yeah? What about your family? We added Aflac, so we get cash. It's like our safety net. To help with the mortgage or whatever we need. So my family doesn't feel the pain, too.
Help protect your family at Aflac.com.
Charcoal went out already? Forget it. There's more barbecue time in every bag of Kingsford charcoal. Kingsford. Slow down and grill.
Kids love pizza, but will they love the Domino's specialty pizza that adults want?
It's a Philly cheesesteak pizza. Come on, it's got peppers and onions.
Try it. No. That's for grown-ups. What's grown-up about it? This.
This next one's my favorite.
Cheese.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
No. Make everyone happy. Order any large specialty pizza and you can get a medium one-topping pizza the kids will love for only $5.
Yum!
Oh.
Introducing the 2012 Kia Sorento. More features, more MPG, more fun.
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough.
We don't just give you a chocolate blizzard. We give you the triple chocoholic blizzard. Rich truffles, choco chunks, and dark fudge.
And we don't just have piñatas. We have piñatas filled with Mary Lou Retton. Because at Dairy Queen, good isn't good enough. You're smiling, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
The new triple chocoholic blizzard from Dairy Queen. So good, it's ridiculous.
Don't worry, Lucky. These Wheat Thins Crunch Sticks will save us.
Wheat Thins Crunch Sticks. Try our new flavors.
Hello? It's water from the drinking fountain at the mall.
Great tasting tap water can now come from any faucet, anywhere. Introducing the Brita bottle with a filter inside.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball and your Chicago Cubs. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. And by the Illinois Lottery. Play the Wheel of Fortune instant game from the Illinois Lottery for a chance at $250,000. Final totals now for the Cubs: 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, 5 stranded. For the Marlins, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error, also 5 left. Winning pitcher Ryan Dempster beats his former team to get over 500 for the first time this season. He's 7-6. Ricky Nolasco, tough luck, lost 2 unearned runs over 7 innings, but he drops to 6-6. And Sean Marshall notches his 2nd save of the season. 2 hours, 37 minutes, 38,391. Play of the game brought to you by Budweiser. The big throw by Marlon Byrd as Darwin Barney found Hanley Ramirez before he got to second base. It would have been 2 in scoring position, representing the tying runs in the 9th. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Our next WGN broadcast of Cubs baseball will be Monday on WCIU when the Cubs host the Phillies in the first of a 3-game series. Broadcast time 7 Central. Once again, our final score today: the Cubs 2 and the Marlins 1. Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is next.
The American Garage. The temple of the tune-up. The Taj Mahal of overhaul. More of them count on AutoZone parts than ever before. But parts are just part of what we do. Our trusted advice and helping hands approach is everywhere. So, whether it's his place, her place, or the pro's place, parts are just part of what we do.
Get in the zone!
AutoZone.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do people use smartphones to do dumb things?
Send. That is the weekend.
Will allow me to crack the bubbly.
Don't mind if I do.
Is a gentleman with a bro stash invited to this party?
Only if he's ready to rock.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Cowhide dries out. So does your man hide. Regular men's body wash can dry out your skin. Only Dove Men Plus Care has micro moisture to fight skin dryness, so that man hide of yours stays clean and moisturized. Be comfortable in your own skin.
My doctor told me calcium is best absorbed in small, continuous amounts. Only one calcium supplement does that in one daily dose. New Citracal Slow Release continuously releases calcium plus D for the efficient absorption my body needs. Citracal.
It's the 10th inning show here on WGN as the Cubs snap Florida's 6-game winning streak to improve to 1-1 on this long 10-game 11-day homestand. Ryan Dempster, 8 shutout innings on 4 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts, gets the win. He's 7-6. Ricky Nolasco pitched very well today. 2 unearned runs on 1 fateful play in the 4th inning, and that was all the Cubs would need. Sean Marshall bailed out Carlos Marmol in the 9th for the save, the 2nd of the season for Sean, and in his career 4 saves for the left-hander. Final today, Cubs 2 and the Marlins 1. We'll have highlights and post-game reaction coming up.
My recipe for French toast? Tay toast. Spread with I can't believe it's not butter. Add Jacques. He's French. We like...
4 out of 5 agree it tastes as good as fresh butter with 70% less saturated fat than butter.
You can have it all.
Boy, I'm glad we got Aflac, huh?
Aflac.
Oh, I've just got major medical.
Major medical.
But helps pay the doctors.
Where's the doctor's boy?
Oh, yeah? What about your family? We added Aflac, so we get cash. It's like our safety net. To help with the mortgage or whatever we need. So my family doesn't feel the pain, too.
Help protect your family at Aflac.com.
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough.
We don't just give you a chocolate blizzard. We give you the triple chocoholic blizzard. Rich truffles, choco chunks, and dark fudge.
And we don't just have piñatas. We have piñatas filled with Mary Lou Retton. Because at Dairy Queen, good isn't good enough. You're smiling, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
The new triple chocoholic blizzard from Dairy Queen. So good, it's ridiculous.
This top stylist tested new Suave Professional's Rosemary Mint versus Aveda.
I love the fragrance of rosemary mint. Her hair is very smooth, shiny. I can't tell the difference.
New Suave Professionals, reformulated to work as well as top salon brands.
The 10th inning is brought to you by your neighborhood Culver's, home of the Butter Burger and fresh frozen custard. Cubs getting comfortable here in the friendly confines. 2 more against the Marlins. A team with the best record in baseball. The Philadelphia Phillies come in Monday through Wednesday. An off day on Thursday, and then the Houston Astros head to town next weekend. Long trip coming up through the National League Central. Milwaukee and St. Louis won't be easy, and Pittsburgh starting night tonight. Play tonight, just 1 game out in the National League Central. Our next WGN broadcast will be Monday right here from Wrigley Field. WGN Sports on the U. The Phillies and the Cubs, the unofficial scheduled starters. Roy Halladay for the Phillies, Rodrigo Lopez for the Cubs. We'll have highlights of the Cubs' 2-1 win here at Wrigley Field over the Marlins coming up.
Amazing seafood tonight.
Pan-seared just for us. Anybody? You know, sizzling shrimp and scallops.
Perfectly seared tilapia made to order. On an all-you-can-eat dinner buffet.
For around $10. Heads up.
Only
Golden Corral would serve up endless made-to-order pan-seared seafood. It's incredible shrimp, tilapia, and scallops with your choice of amazing sauces. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10.
$10? Bam!
Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
You do look good. Well, if you insist. How can I say no to you? You know my weakness. Real good. You're so sweet. You're so salty. Irresistible.
Giving in to snacks? There's a better way to satisfy your cravings twice a day with Special K. Enjoy something sweet and something salty and still stay on track. So go ahead and embrace snacking with Special K.
Cowhide dries out. So does your man hide. Regular men's body wash can dry out your skin. Dove Men Plus Care is different. Only Dove has micro moisture to fight skin dryness. So that man hide of yours stays clean and moisturized no matter what you put it through. Dove Men Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin. Introducing new Dove Men Plus Care Sensitive Clean Body Wash.
Cubs in a nail-biter, winning 2-1 here this afternoon. You know, Cub fan pretty excited. His team got the victory. As we check in on the highlights today, and the Cubs scoring, Bob, came down to one blooper that should have been caught and wasn't.
Yeah, Carlos Pena reached on a base hit, his only hit of the day among 3 strikeouts, a double by Marlon Byrd, then that pop-up into shallow right field, some confusion among the Marlins defenders. It dropped, both runs score, and as it turned out, that's all Ryan Dempster would need today.
8 shutout innings on 4 hits. He didn't walk anybody, struck out 9, was in total command throughout, and he really needed to be because he was in that pitcher's duel with Ricky Nolasco, who went 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 unearned runs. And the 9th, once again, was eventful as Carlos Marmol struggled with his command, got some help from his defense, however, here.
Huge play by Marlon Byrd, cutting that ball off, keeping it from going all the way to the warning track, and then unleashing a perfect throw to second base where Darwin Barney had to dive to make the tag, but they were able to get Hanley Ramirez at second, keeping that tying run off of scoring position.
Logan Morrison would put the Marlins on the board as he knocks in Infante, but then Sean Marshall faced one batter. Mike Stanton, struck him out, got his 2nd save of the season. Whew, Cubs win 2-1 the final, as they'll welcome Carlos Zambrano back off the disabled list tomorrow. Coming up next, we'll take a special look at Wrigley Field.
My recipe for French toast? Potatoes. Spread with I can't believe it's not butter. Add Jacques, he's French. We like...
4 out of 5 agree it tastes as good as fresh butter with 70% less saturated fat than butter.
You can have it all.
Boy, I'm glad we got Aflac, huh?
Aflac? Oh, I've just got major medical.
Major medical.
But helps pay the doctors.
Where's the doctor's boy?
Oh, yeah? What about your family? We added Aflac, so we get cash. It's like our safety net. To help with the mortgage or whatever we need. So my family doesn't feel the pain, too.
Help protect your family at Aflac.com.
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough.
We don't just give you a chocolate blizzard. We give you the triple chocoholic blizzard. Rich truffles, choco chunks, and dark fudge.
And we don't just have piñatas. We have piñatas filled with Mary Lou Retton. Because at Dairy Queen, good isn't good enough. You're smiling, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
The new triple chocoholic blizzard from Dairy Queen. So good, it's ridiculous.
This top stylist tested new Swab Professional's Rosemary Mint versus Aveda.
I love the fragrance of rosemary mint. Her hair is very smooth, shiny. I can't tell the difference.
New Swab Professionals, reformulated to work as well as top salon brands.
Cubs beat the Marlins 2-1 today on 2 unearned runs in the 4th inning. Ryan Dempster gets his 7th win. Sean Marshall the save in the 9th to even up this series at a game apiece. We're inside the friendly confines, second oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball, just behind Fenway Park, built in 1914. Let's take a journey through the best ballpark in baseball. Will get a head start. There they go. Giovanni Soto deep to left. Gone! What a finish!
Amazing seafood tonight. Pan-seared just for us. Anybody? You know, sizzling shrimp and scallops.
Perfectly seared tilapia, made to order. On an all-you-can-eat dinner buffet.
For around $10. Heads up.
Only Golden Corral would serve up endless made-to-order pan-seared seafood. It's incredible shrimp, tilapia, and scallops with your choice of amazing sauces. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10.
$10? Bam!
Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
You do look good. Well, if you insist, how can I say no to you? You know my weakness real good. You're so sweet. You're so salty. Irresistible.
Giving in to snacks? There's a better way to satisfy your cravings twice a day with Special K. Enjoy something sweet and something salty and still stay on track. So go ahead and embrace snacking with Special K.
cowhide dries out. So does your man hide. Regular men's body wash can dry out your skin. Dove Men Plus Care is different. Only Dove has micro moisture to fight skin dryness. So that man hide of yours stays clean and moisturized no matter what you put it through. Dove Men Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin. Introducing new Dove Men Plus Care Sensitive Clean Body Wash.
The 10th inning has been brought to you by your neighborhood Culver's, home of the Butterburger and fresh frozen custard. Our Culver's sweet defensive play of the game. We go back to Marlon Byrd's throw to get Hanley Ramirez's second base for the big second out of the ninth.
And it really was the defensive play of the game. Hanley Ramirez representing the tying run in the game. Tries to stretch that single into a double. Marlon Byrd will have nothing to do with it. Guns him out at second base.
Culver's sweet defensive play of the game. Well, Bob, the one thing here you like to see, Cubs starters have gone 15 innings to start this series. They have not allowed a run. And Carlos Zambrano comes off the DL tomorrow.
And hoping for big things from Big Z. Had a couple of nice outings in his rehab assignment. And we've talked about it all throughout the first half of the season. Everything starts with your starting pitching. If you can get those guys in order, get them to work a little bit deeper into the ball game, allows you to use that bullpen in an orderly fashion. The offense doesn't feel like they have to score 10 runs to win a game, and the Cubs starting pitching is starting to come around.
Well, the Cubs will have to make a corresponding roster move to accommodate Z's return. Javier Vazquez will go for Florida. Sunday it'll be Randy Wells for the Cubs, Chris Volstad for the Marlins. We're back with you on WGN Sports on the U. Monday night, the Phillies come in for the first of a 3-game series at 7 Central. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Cubs win 2-1.
Your meeting. Christine, this is Christine.
Hi, Christine. I know, same name. You can call me Chrissy, so it doesn't get confusing.
Yeah, thanks. I probably won't get confused about my own name.
I'm sorry you had to meet like this.
Oh, you mean here in front of our son's new school where I'm trying to make a good impression and not get kicked out in the first week because my ex is whoring around in the parking lot in his Chevy? Oh, no, don't be silly. This is an absolutely ideal way to meet.
I'm also really sorry about this. I've heard so much about you. I mean, Richard just goes on and on about what a great mom you are.
I don't care.
Look, I needed to move on. I think it's time for you to move on, too.
For your information, Richard, I have moved on. I have had a boyfriend now forever. Joe.
What's he do?
He's a lumberjack. I trade. And he has brown hair. And he's rich.
He sounds great.
I have to go. Now.
It was nice to meet you.
I don't care. What do you want?
Look, she had to wait in the car this morning because we had a breakfast date. But then you called, and I wanted to come to Little's first day of school.
Yes,
and
of course.
Can I finish?
But I just
Can I finish?
But I
Can
just
I finish? You okay?
Me? Oh, yeah. You kidding me? I'm fine. You know, I got my own guy, so.
The lumberjack.
Yeah. Man, is he into me? I'll tell you, when a lumberjack loves you, he loves you. What?
What?
Yeah, okay. There's no lumberjack.